There we go.
艦長の頭を撫でてしまいました。
Alright. Yeah, it's been a while since I played, man. Isn't that fantastic?
今はただ全てを忘れましょう。ほんのひとときだけ。
Okay. Let me just pull up. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's been a while since I played this game. So we are gonna be continuing playing this game. So let's see here. Let me just quickly. Maybe I have to adjust my mic a bit. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. Anywho, we're gonna start off by pulling on the banner. I have Faye, as you can see, I have Faye. Give me a minute. There it is. Okay. So. Okay, so first, I do want the new
艦
character.
長の頭を
The new character, it's a ranger, and I do love ranger classes. So let me just. Fanny. Okay, that's 30. Ooh. Authority. Ooh.
"枯れない枯れ木だろう。今から咲き始めるわ。
Okay, well that's unfortunate. Damn, I'm almost out of pulls. Okay. Oops. Okay. Ah, and I'm out of pulls. Ah, no. That's not good. I need 1,020. Okay. I think. Oh yeah, we can get more. We are out of pulls. Oh boy. Oh, I've never been this low before. Okay, so I do want this character, so I will continue to try and pull. Holy shit. Yeah, I do really want this character. So I'm guaranteeing like 30 pulls. And then I'm probably gonna be saving throughout the entire rest of the banner. Alright. What's this? Oh! Nice. Mission. Oh. Okay. Ah, okay. Then let's go. There. Let's see. Hold on a sec. The universe is vast and beautiful enough to embrace all things within its arms. If nothing existed, it would be pitch black, but countless stars and interstellar matter are scattered like paint drifting upon the wave that is the universe. Waves rise in the Milky Way, formed by lights packed as tightly as seats at a Paper Idols concert. The supernovae burn their life so intensely they could blind you if you're not careful. The black holes gaping open like tunnels to unknown destinations make the vast universe feel even more sparse. Once you sense the immensity of infinite time and space, you fall into the profound helplessness as an individual standing beneath it. Just gathering my thoughts. Only the pocket watch hanging from my neck reminds me of the current time and place. I don't know how many more times I can turn it back or how far into the past I can go. And so I pray a woman's voice lingers in my mind. When I'm lost, I find myself believing that following that voice will lead me out at the same time. I can't shake the suspicion that the voice itself may be what caused me to get lost. Why? Oh yeah, that's right. They completely rewritten it, the story, right? It's written all over. So they went with the time looping thing. The time looping story. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
アルキアノンからあんな任務を引き受けた以上、油断いつものような無茶は絶対しちゃダメよ。今回ばかりは艦長の安全が最優先事項なの。
Renoa's brow furrows into a sharp inverted triangle. She looks unusually worried today. It's fine, other Protoss take on risks like this too.
他のファーストですって。私たちはまさにそのファーストたちに起きた事件を捜査するために向かっているのよ。他のファーストと同じように自分を大事にしたって足りないくらいなのに、艦長はいつも最前線に立とうとするじゃない。それで行方不明にでもなったら、私はナイトメア号全体が危険にさらされるわ。
Maybe I shouldn't have said, made that excuse.
確かに異例の事態です。執行部でもこのような事例は見たことがありません。
ティペラ、まだ他の要員たちには依頼の内容を伝えていないはずだけど。
出張帰りに艦長にお会いしたのですが、まさに今のような顔だったので、何かあったのかとお尋ねしました。話を聞けば確かに心配になるような内容でしたので、元気が出るよう特別に応援させていただいたまでです。ああ、帝国の情報を嗅ぎ回っているのに帝国の人間に見られてはいけないからもどかしいったらないですよ。ナイトメア号がトライオンに停泊している間は帰還すらできず、ひたすら宇宙をさまよう始末。会いたかった。
I'm sorry for giving you such a hard task, Tifra.
艦長に頼まれたら断れるはずもありません。ナインさんや他の方々が同行してくださるおかげで寂しくはないですよ。ただカオスだけは艦長以外のファーストとは行きたくないです。それなのに帰ってくるや否や耳にしたニュースがファーストのみを狙う凶悪犯罪。正直心配です。艦長が私を気にかけてくださるのと同じくらい私も艦長のことが心配ですから、また私の応援が必要になったら呼んでくださいね。いつでも大歓迎です。
Tifra gracefully slips out of the operations command room. Renoa watches her, a retreating figure with a dumbfounded expression. Shadow immediately falls across Renoa's face. Since it's come up, maybe I should check once more. Before Renoa can start nagging, the operational directive received from the Archaeanon is pulled up, as case summary and attached footage materialize in hologram form.
艦長、もう一度言うわ。ファーストは
帝国においてファーストとは 何よりも重要な戦略資産だ。ファーストを養成する帝国士官学校は他の勢力に類を見ない規模と設備を誇り、ジェラ帝国がカオスを浄化するために欠けてはならない存在であり、率先して宇宙平和を守護する誇り高き英雄たちなのだ。それなのに最近帝国のファーストのみを狙った連続失踪事件が発生している。知っているとは思うが、帝国のファーストのみを狙った犯罪は前例のないことだ。いつもなら気の緩んだ奴らを呼び出して説教してやるところだが、監察部や執行部などの他部署も事態の深刻性を認識して急遽対応に取り掛かっている。ナイトメア号も行方不明になったファーストたちの足取りを確認し、容疑者の身柄を確保するため全力を尽くしてくれたまえ。
了解しました。ファースト失踪事件だなんて一体どうやって。
Miranoa's worried gaze. That worry must surely be fixed with some bewilderment as to why anyone would commit such a horrific crime, but what weighed more heavily was the disbelief at how someone had managed to abduct Protos, the Zera Empire's most vital strategic asset. Anyone who knows what the Empire is, its media controls ability to completely suppress news of the galactic disaster-level incident, and the decisive capabilities of the Enforcement Bureau, which blazes the path forward for the Empire, would never dare such a reckless
ファー
act.
スト関連の犯罪であるため艦長を前面に出すつもりはない。帝国内部については監察部が、外部勢力に対しては執行部が動く。あまり気負いすぎるな。
であれば私たちのやるべきことは。
Something related to chaos, I presume.
あ、アルキアノンのファーストにしかできないことだ。今回の失踪事件には共通点がある。被害者のファーストたちはカオス任務に向かってから行方不明になり、またその前後カオスのコアが消滅している。失踪事件のパターンを分析した結果、カオス任務が予定されているアイアンレイン派遣中のファーストが次のターゲットである確率が 87% に迫ることが判明した。ナイトメア号はアイアンレインに派遣中の帝国ファーストアッシュを保護し、容疑者を直ちに逮捕。緊急時にはカオス任務に同行できるか。
Yes, I'll prepare right away.
いいぞ、その意気だ。では今すぐ現地に向かいたまえ。
Yes, understood.
艦砲の一発でもかましてやれとか突飛なことを言われなくて助かったけれど、
That wasn't like the director at
それ
all.
に失踪事件のパターンも怪しいわ。もしカオスのコアの消滅とファーストの失踪が関係しているのなら、思い浮かぶ可能性は一つよ。ファーストが自分自身を犠牲にしてカオスのコアを消滅させた時に生まれる副産物。
Don't tell me.
アスナ様の信号が最後に捕捉された位置に、これまで確認されたことのない性質の宝石が落ちていました。
理由は分かりませんが、まるでアスナ様が自らを犠牲にして。
部長はすぐに確信しました。これはアスナ様に間違いないと。
ファーストが宝石に。
学者たちはプリモニウムと名付け研究を進めました。
Primonium.
あれはテラシオンの特捜部や帝国の一部関係者以外には知られていない存在。しかもその正体すら完全に分析されていないものよ。それが原因で発生した犯罪なら、この事件。
Massive signals detected on a radar that had shown nothing until now. Renoa manipulates the panel to adjust a monitor. She spots a small dot reflected at the center of the screen and lifts her furrowed
も
brow.
うすぐ着くわ、艦長。
I just sent a docking request signal.
そうね。ここで緊張していても仕方がないわね。行きましょう。アイアンレイン号へ。
はいはい、すぐ行くわ。あとは重機の点検だけだから。
Anika looks over a gunblade weapon, a great sword fitted with a cylinder from every angle. Just as she's about to inspect the cylinder, a torrent of nagging pours out of her communicator, and she squeezes her eyes shut.
あなた今日やけに小言が多いわね。どうせ私はガイド役だから後で合流するし、帝国からも護衛がつくって話じゃない？あなただってどんなファーストが気になるって言ったでしょ？おとなしく待っててちょうだい。すぐに合わせてあげるから。はいはい。今回の仕事が終わったらなんかごちそうするわ。じゃまた後で。切るわね。はあ、アッシュったらいっつも話が長いのよね。
ねえアニカ、ちょっとフラグ立てすぎじゃない？あんたのせいでアッシュが超危ない状況になっちゃったんだよ。
フラグ？
アニカ、少しだけ待ってて。私たち生きて帰るんだから。そうだよ、この戦争が終わったらその時は絶対お家に帰って一日中寝ちゃおう。これくらいしとかないとフラグは避けられないんだよ。
よくわからないけど、そっちの招待員たちに寒いって突っ込まれてる例のジョーダンシリーズなのかしら。
お褒めいただき強烈至極。
もういいわ。ちょっと私の武器見てくれない？アルキアノンから来た要員を案内するのに故障でもしたら大変でしょ？
確かにアイアンレインを代表して帝国の特使を迎えるバッファロー破壊工作班のアニカが。
別にアイアンレインの代表ってほどでも。
そこで帝国に舐められないために重要なものは何か。ズバリアイアンレインでのみ流通する火器に関する膨大な知識なのだ。銃器専門家ヒルデ様の特別講義が今だけ無料。さあさあ、寄ってらっしゃい、見てらっしゃい。たったの
あんたが語りたいだけでしょ。ちょっとひっつかないで。
そんな寂しいこと言わずに。ねえねえアニカ。
Timer's ongoing. All right. Nice. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I haven't gotten the hold on. I just remembered. Where's my storage here? Yeah, I never used this one yet. Hold on. Oh, go away. Also, yes, I am playing on the computer now. Yay. Oh. Oh, I never used this. Yo. Okay. I forgot I had that. Okay, well. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll pick up. Yeah, I'll pick up this character, Diana. There you go. Yeah, I completed. Forgot I had this one.
今日も愛の力で。
Give me a sec. Wait a sec, did it save? Yep, okay, sweet. It did. And I got this thing, so... Yeah, I have a lot of them unknown. Oh, man. So many of them unknown. I don't know, I can't decide which one to get. I have a lot lot of these. I'll use them later. Yeah, there she is.
私に会いに
Yeah, I
来
want
て
to
くれ
build
たん
her.
ですか？
I want to build her, right? So let's see. Oh, right. Where is... There she is.
待機してた。何？
Let's grab this one. And we'll grab... Mm-mm-mm.
もっと早く、もっと鋭く。
The interior of SS Iron Rain's arcs maintain a somewhat dated appearance and city structure compared to the Empire of Terraskyon. The most striking feature was, without doubt, its military feel. Every agent who visited the Arc city agreed it felt like an old army base. Armed soldiers roamed the streets, and a sharp, acrid smell hung in the air as if everyone there had a taste for gunpowder. The first person to come out and greet us was also a woman equipped with a firearm in the form of a greatsword.
はじめまして。あ、顔見知りもちらほら見えるけどね。バッファロー破壊工作班の班長、アニカよ。アイアンレイン号は初めてでしょ。見たいところとかある？希望があれば火薬工場くらいは見学させてあげるわ。
Anika gestures around with a tilt of her head, both hands stuffed in her jacket's pockets. Her easy grin radiates composure. Like a guide leading tourists from out of town, she exudes not just comfort, but a certain pride.
いいのかしら。急を要する状況なんじゃなかったの？
アッシュの乗った艦船はもう出発してるわ。カオスには私たちと一緒に入るって言ってたし、しばらくは安全でしょう。問題はアッシュと一緒にカオスに入った後よ。一般要員じゃカオス内の緊急事態に対応できないことも多い。だから何かあればナイトメア号のファーストが助けてくれる。そう聞いてるけど違うかしら。
アイアンレインは他の箱舟よりもずっとファーストが不足しているとの話だったけれど。
それじゃあアイアンレイン号がどんな場所か見て回ってもいいですか？
ここって何が有名なんですか？おすすめのグルメは？
レイ、それだと完全に遊びに来たみたいじゃないですか。
おすすめできるとこってあるかな。他の箱舟に比べれば建物も文化も古いし、食べ物なんて錆びた鉄の味がするのよね。でもいざ慣れればアイアンレイン号ほどいいところもないわ。みんなさえよければ出発する前にちょっと案内してあげる。
はあ、ぜひお願いします。僕に合う武器もあるのかな、気になってたんです。
ミカさん、私たちはあっちの食堂に行ってみましょう。
え、あっちの食堂ってまさかタンポポ会館って書かれてるあの建物ですか？
いえ、そこじゃなくて隣の。おお、あなたたち分かってるじゃない。あそこはなんと目玉焼きをサービスしてくれるところよ。ゆで卵やヨーグルトだけだった食堂は全部あそこに客を取られて店じまいしたの。
目玉焼き、それだけで勝負になっちゃうんですか？
鵜呑みにしないで。ベリルの話だと30年も前にできた食堂らしいわ。アイアンレイン号が初めてだからって からかわれてるのよ。
私たち騙されてたんだ。バレたか。
After a good laugh from the exchange of jokes, a brief silence falls. The odd stillness born from the quiet opens up the field of view. Not just the people right around us, even those a few steps away, resting or chatting, all had their attention fixed on us. The wary, guarded looks of people, who clearly distinguish each other by origin, put the outsiders from the Empire on edge.
知ってると思うけど、帝国に囚われたくないという人々がテラシオンを抜け出して作った箱舟。それがアイアンレイン号だからね。帝国から来たとなるとあまりいい顔されないことが多いけれど、ああ見えて悪い人たちじゃないから安心して。特に用事がないなら一層指揮統制室に行く？コーヒーを入れるのが得意な子がいるの。作戦概要も説明しつつご馳走するわ。
不要な休憩よりはマシね。
ああ、アイアンレイン号を見て回りたかったのに。
The command center will be fun to see too.
おい。
それじゃコーヒーを飲みに行きますか。
コーヒー？誰が入れるか自販機で買えばいいだろう。
そんなジャネット。
私も人のこと言えないけどさ、帝国から来たファーストをもてなすのに。
私人を見る目には自信あるからね。気を使わなかったところで機嫌を損ねてトライオンに直帰するような人たちには見えないし。
アルキアノンを何だと思っているの？
Maybe she's just trying to be friendly in her own way.
全くのバカってわけじゃないみたい。まあいい。アニカがやりたいって名乗り出た任務だし、銃器の点検はしっかりするんだぞ。じゃあ私はこれで。
Janice strolls out of the command center with her usual casual gait. Anika slumps her shoulders as she stares at the empty table.
ああ、いくらなんでも何もご馳走しないってのはちょっと気まずいんだけど。
It's fine, we appreciate the thought.
別にチヤホヤされるために来たわけじゃないわ。私たちは上品ぶった社交辞令より単刀直入に仕事の話をする方が好きよ。
Renoa takes a seat in front of the monitor with a relaxed expression. The other agents, unbothered, are busy taking in the sights of the command center.
ナイトメア号では見ない施設が多いですね。
これなんか自爆ボタンっぽくないですか
？Don't go pressing it. Hey, Code, I streaming. What are you talking about? I streamed yesterday, Code. What are you on about, man? I should be asking you that you are finally showing up around here, dude. The seat next to Renoa is empty, so I take it and settle in comfortably, gazing at the monitor. Anika glances back and forth between Renoa and the other agents. Then, as if deciding it doesn't matter, begins breathing.
来る前に聞いてると思うけど、今回お願いしたい任務はアイアンレインに派遣された帝国ファーストの護衛よ。ファースト連続失踪事件のせいとかなんとか、私は正直よく知らないわ。うちのファーストがカオスの中で事故に遭わないようにしっかり見ててちょうだい。いいわね。
Oh yeah, Code, did you hear what's happening in Blue Archive? I don't know if you've been reading Gacha topic. Anika, oh yeah, Anika's gonna be 100% playable, right? Because she is a freaking designed character. She is a designed character. But yeah, did you hear what happened in Blue Archive, right? It's currently on fire right now.
惑星とカオスの名前は？
惑星パグナにある万華鏡の孵化場よ。
Oh yeah, by the way, people putting Blue Archive because of that. Yeah, because they changed how Gacha works, right? They changed how Gacha works after 5 years into the game's lifespan, right? So basically, they are removing Spark, right? Usually, right? Is it better or worse? It's worse. It's 100% worse because usually, right? They're like replacing the Spark system with a 50-50 pity system, right? And the thing is that it does not work for Blue Archive because for one, Blue Archive releases multiple banners at once, and two, They released 4 limited banners back to back. So can you imagine the amount of pulls people will have to waste getting the limited characters? And the cashback does not help at all, right? Because you are still pulling. Yeah, you are still pulling a lot of pulls after the fact, right? So say that you pull a character at 150. Usually, right, with the old system, you would get, you would put in 50 more pulls to get the other banner, right? That's how it worked for 5 years. That is exactly how it worked for 5 years. They removed that. So now there's a 50-50 pity system. And now whenever you get a character, so say you lose 50-50 and then you get the character at like 150, right? Then the pity points will reset. Once you get the on-banner character, you will the pity will reset, right? The points will reset, so it'll go back down to 0. So if you want the other banner character, you'll have to put up another up to 100 points, 100 pulls onto the second banner. So you'll have to yeah, and then if you like lose 50-50 on that one again, you'll have to put up another 100 to try and get the other character. So overall, you're pretty much losing more pulls than with the previous banner. So yeah, ouch, yeah, right? So everyone is like unhappy about that. So yeah, JP are apparently a bunch of pushovers, but there are quite a bit of people on JP's side that is unhappy with it. From the polls that I've seen people get lucky on 50-50 that they got the character, right? But then if they want the other character, well, guess what? Pity resets. And then they'll have to try and win 50-50 again on the other banner, right? And here's the thing, they released it on the anniversary, right? 5.5 anniversary event. So there's going to be 4 limited banners right now on JP's side. So there is 2 limited banners up right now, and then after the 2 limited banners are gone, the next 2 limited banners will show up. On the bright side, the first 2 limited banners are gonna have 100 pulls. But currently, people are putting in their own pulls to get up to 100, right? So that I'm guessing they'll use their other 100 pulls on the their other 90 pulls, I guess, now onto the other banner to probably try and save points. But honestly, it's all going to be like it's honestly like gonna be the same, no matter how you spend your free pulls. So yeah, from what I've seen people get win 50-50 on the first banner, and then they put in 170 on the other banner. Came up a while back, yeah. And then I see people who lose 50-50 on their banners, and then they pull another 170 on the other banners. It's a whole mess, right? It is a whole mess. So people are so not happy. And then the funny thing is that the producer sent out an apology. So Sora replaced it. So Sora, I've been getting so lucky. Oh yeah. I stopped playing. I didn't really like play much more with Stellasaura, to be honest. I like their banners, right? I don't like the limited banners on that type of game. Honestly, I don't think limited banners are entirely limited banners are a necessary thing for Stellasaura. Kind of wish that they didn't do limited banners. Like, the game is not open world, and it's and the characters during story is like 2D, plus it's GB characters, so it's not the cost of making that game is all in all really not all that expensive compared to an open world game. So there's kind of no reason for Stellasaura to have limited gacha, to be honest. So I kind of like stopped that, right? They their banners said that they will one day put characters onto the standard pool. They haven't done that as of yet, to my knowledge, and it's been a year, I think, almost a year since the game was released, right? So I kind of like stopped that. after playing maybe like 2 streams of that, I think. Yeah. Wow, I can't believe it's almost a year. Yeah, it's almost a year, and they still haven't added characters into standard pool like their banners said that they would. I'm pretty sure they put that there just to keep people in the game, because if characters get added to standard, then they have a reason to put their standard pools into the standard banner. You're still playing. I'm playing this game. I'm still playing Blue Archive. It like the changes hasn't affected global yet because we're still using the old system. JP is the only ones affected because they got it first. They got the new system first. So I'm playing this game. I'm still playing Arknights. I gave up on Enfield. I hate the gacha in that game. Not gonna lie. The gacha in that game sucks. Enfield. Yeah, dude, like the gacha was honestly a big disappointment. Not gonna lie, it was honestly a very big disappointment. So I kind of like stopped playing that. I'm still playing OG Arknights. Speaking of OG Arknights, they're getting a PC client next month. So OG Arknights will be able to play it on the computer. So yeah, still playing that. I'm still playing Trickle Cheap and Go. I'm still playing Reverse 1999. I got the new limited character, the collab character. I can't wait for PC client. Yep. The new limited character in Reverse 1999. Yeah, it's the collab character, right? The collab character. I got her 3 times, so I'm good. I'm still playing Stella Sora. That's still going pretty strong for me, to be honest. I'm still playing Limbus Company. That is still going very strong for me. And yeah, and I'm playing like NTE, Never Just Evidence. So far that game has been pretty kind to me. I got the new character, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm probably gonna save for a while in that game. I don't know, and none of the characters upcoming seems to interest me. And honestly, like Never Just Evidence is still the only gacha game that uses a limited banner system. So yeah, that's the only one that uses a limited banner system that I play currently. What else am I playing? Oh yeah, I'm still playing. Yeah. As I said, I'm still playing Blue Archive. I'm still playing Warframe. I play Warframe from time to time. And I also play, and I'm also playing other games now on stream. So if I finish this game early, if I finish the stream early for Chaos Zero Nightmare, then I'll be playing Batman Arkham Asylum. I started a stream on that one the other day, or some, I think. So I do want to play more of that. I played Arkham Asylum back when I was a kid, back in 2010 or 2011, I think, and it was when I rented it from Blockbuster. So yeah, that takes me back. Playing the game again takes me way back.
インベーダーがうじゃうじゃいるけど、うまく避けて立ち回れば使える資源が結構手に入るの。
インベーダーね。
Also, and I'm
カオス
playing
自
this
体
game
の映
on
画
my
化以下の規模
PC
のよ
now.
うでは難しくはないでしょう。
It honestly like saves me the trouble of setting up screen copy.
ファーストが先に出発した理由は？
さあね、士官学校の同期と予定を合わせるとかなんとか。ねえファースト、あなたのとこの副館長ってもともとこんなに気が
Oh
早
yeah,
いのか
Code,
し
by
ら。
the way, there are people that, right, I think I mentioned that there are people that like approve of the banner system, the new banner system in Blue Archive, right? And only because those people used graphs to justify the new system. But the thing is that their graphs only account for if you're pulling for one character. It does not include the fact that there are multiple banners running at the same time for the new system. So I don't know what the hell those people are on. Annika tosses out the blunt question with her usual unhurried demeanor. It wasn't as though I'd come expecting the grand reception Rinoa had mentioned, but the atmosphere being laxer than necessary was actually creating its own kind of tension. The reason I didn't answer right away was that having been by Rinoa's side all this time, I could see that, just as Annika had pointed out, she did seem more on edge than usual. You're too
気が
tense,
立ってい
Rinoa.
るですって。ファーストを守るならこのくらいは警戒すべきよ。余裕ぶってる方がおかしいんじゃなくて。
So yeah, the new system is pretty much in Blue Archive, right? It's pretty much gonna make it kind of harder to get characters to UE 30, right? Because when you pull a character with the old system, right, you get 100 ellipse, right? Or ellipse or whatever, 100 ellipse for that character, or Eligma, I think it's called. And then if you were to pick a dupe with the old system, you can get 100 Eligma for that character. So pretty much, right, since it resets every single time, it doesn't do that anymore. So you'll have to like keep pulling for the same character for more pulls than what you actually should be doing with the old system.
館長ってすごく大事にされてるのね。気持ちはわかるわ。私だってアッシュがいなきゃ困っちゃうしね。でも今から焦っても何も変わらない。私たちにできることをしかるべき時にやるだけよ。それで成功すれば万々歳。失敗すればまあ仕方ないんじゃない？
These two are complete opposites. To Rinoa, who couldn't hesitate to risk her own life to save others, Annika's seemingly complacent attitude must have been deeply off-putting. Possibly sensing the subtle tension between Rinoa and Annika, the other agents who had been looking around also held their breath. So I'm not sure what the Blue Archive devs were thinking, changing the gacha 5 years in the game's lifespan. It's honestly probably gonna like end up hurting the revenue more than what they think it was gonna be. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the game EOSs by 2027. To be honest.
空気を読みましょう、オーエンさん。
ちょっと待ってて。聞いてみついでに可愛いアッシュの顔も見せてあげようかな。
Which game? Blue Archive, right? Because they changed the system like 5 years in the game's lifespan, right? Because usually, right, when you like get a character at 150, you put in 50 more pulls. If you don't have the 50 pulls on hand right now, you can like buy the 50 pulls from the shop, and then you get the other banner character, right? That's usually how it goes. You pretty much like just pay off the difference to get the other banner character if you got the one of the banner characters early, or no, not early, at like 150 pulls or something. With the new system, right, you pull one of the banner characters at 150, the points reset. I really don't think people are going to pay up to 200 pulls to get the other banner character. So yeah, and not to mention they think that they could remedy it by like for getting characters Eligmas, right, to get their unique equipment, because usually that if a person was farming for one specific character, they would if they get a character at 150, they would get on first pickup for that banner character, it is 100 Eligma on pickup, and then you would put in 50 more pulls, and then if you want to duplicate that character, you select the character's Eligmas for the cost of 200 points. So yeah, they got rid of that, so now you have to rely on luck or the probability of getting the character multiple times in a row. So that's gonna suck, right? Interesting, right? You can lose 50-50 a bunch of times, right? It's not one of those systems where you lose 50-50 one time and then the next character you get it. You can lose 50-50 multiple times. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
もしもし、ブルーファルコン号応答せよ。ブルーファルコン号
Anika operates the panel beneath the monitor and then takes a few steps back and looks at the screen. Oh yeah, a message attempting to contact the SS Blue Falcon appears on the monitor. Hope they change back. Yeah, dude. And not to mention, right? The system could work if Blue Archive only released one banner at a time, but they don't, right? They release multiple banners at a time. They're currently right now on global. There is 6 banners up right now. There's 2 new characters and 4 reruns. Right? And they all share the same spark pool, right? So say you want to get one of the previous characters, you pull, you get 150 on that banner, and then you use 200 on a different banner. You pull 50 more, and then you use the 200 spark on a different banner, right? So basically, if now in the new system you pull a character at 150, at 150 the points reset, and then you have to pull 100 times on another banner instead of pulling 50 more times to get one of the other banner characters at spark. So I'm not sure what the devs are thinking, because honestly the only thing I can see what's happening to the game, what's going to happen to the game, is a loss in revenue, because no one is going to pay for over 100 pulls to get to 50-50 and then end up not getting the character. Whereas in the old system, you only have to pay for 50 pulls to get the other character if you pull a character early, or no, not early, pull a character at 100 pulls, right? So honestly, I can see just a loss of revenue across all the boards with the new system. So if they don't change it back, I feel that it's gonna end up EOSing by 2027, to be honest. And here's the thing, right? The new CEO, the new co-CEO or something, right? He's an ex-executive at EA. The guy's name was Patrick Sutherland or something. He's a Swedish guy. Yeah, he's an ex-EA executive, right? He's the guy that said during Battlefield 5's trailer, or was it release? Battlefield 5 trailer or release? He said, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And then that really tanked Battlefield 5's sales, right? Apparently he didn't know that he's not making a game for his own benefit. He's making a game that other players could enjoy. Insane, yeah. So then he kind of dipped, and then apparently he joined Nexon, right? He joined Nexon. And then he became like the CEO, the co-CEO, or executive CEO or whatever, back in February, right? So if the game doesn't like revert the change, right, I really doubt that by the time it hits global, the gacha system, by the time it hits global, I really doubt I'm gonna be pulling on any of the pickup banners, right? Because usually sometimes I would pull on pickup banners from time to time, right? I would pull on pickup banners time to time if I really like the character. But now with the new system, I really doubt that I would even pull a single character on any of the pickup banners, and just save all my pulls for fest banners, because they released 4 limited banners during that time. So the money that they could have made from pickup banners with the Spark system is honestly kind of gone. Because I highly doubt that anyone would want to pull on pickup banners when the cost of pulling gone so high, and the cashback doesn't really help at all, to be honest, because you're still putting in your own pulls if you don't get anything with those free 40 pulls. And the graphs that people are putting up are a bunch of bullshit. I don't know what they're talking about, because their graphs only account if you're like pulling for one character, and not for other characters. So it was dipping out. Yeah, pretty much. Even the whales are pissed off, right? Because usually the whales wouldn't have to pay as much for their pulls when it comes to topping off their spark pulls, right? Because they would like pay, if they don't have enough, then they would like pay for like the extra pulls to get the character and then spark, or they will like hoard a bunch of gems themselves by buying a bunch of gems. So now they will probably have to like spend more of their gems on the new system compared to the old system, to be honest. And here's the thing, people are like praising that you get up to 80 pulls at 320 pulls, bro. Like, that is garbage, dude. Because the cashback system like gives you pulls, but here's the thing, right? The pulls, the tickets, the recruitment tickets that you get from pulling on the banners, they expire by the end of the banner. So it works the same as how you get recruitment tickets by pulling on Enfield's gacha banner. The gacha and the tickets expire once the gacha ends. So alongside the message of the live video feed playing, the ship observed from the SS Iron Rain, the SS Blue Falcon drifts through space at an extremely slow pace, as if it had no destination. Once the connection is established, footage of the ship's interior begins to play.
アッシュ見て見て帝国からのお客さんが
So I really hope that they like revert the change, because holy shit, dude, it's been days and people are still protesting. In fact, the let me check the Blue Archive Steam page. The Blue Archive Steam page is currently mostly negative. I think it's like overwhelmingly negative right now, I think. Let me like check. Oh god damn, what the fuck happened? The moment the window appears, oops. A deafening explosion pierces our ears and the entire feed is engulfed in flames. Chunks of crew members' uniforms and ship equipment scatter into thousands of fragments. The onboard feed cuts out immediately. The feed from the SS Iron Rain small satellite camera captures the explosion clearly. The SS Blue Falcon blazes with an intense light, as if showing off the firepower that Iron Rain takes pride in. Oh shit. Well then that escalated very quickly. Holy shit. Okay, and Blue Archive currently on Steam is currently sitting at 5,211 negative reviews, which is overwhelmingly negative. Their total reviews is 11,754. That is like almost half of the amount of reviews the game has on Steam. And they're still not backing down. Nexon thinks they're gonna make money. They're not gonna make money. If no one's gonna pull and pick up banners, if they're all gonna save for fest banners. Ash? Oh no. Silent catastrophe registers only belatedly as we begin to understand what happened. Anxiety and fear, despair and confusion pour into my chest like fallout from the explosion. Oh shit. The explosion of the SS Blue Falcon fills the window that takes up roughly half the monitor. Annika collapses as though the strength has drained from her legs. Oh, snap. Dude, this part honestly gave me chills, dude. Red light pouring from the monitor washes over roughly half of Annika's face and hair. Oh shit. That like gives me chills, bro. Annika, relax, you're still away. Look at the monitor. A small dot shoots out from the center of the explosion, then crosses the vast expanse of space at a steady speed.
あれはきっと緊急脱出ポットよ。エンジンがついているってことは誰かが操作しているに違い。緊急脱出ポット。
In the footage where the explosion has settled, there is only black space and a single small dot between it all. The small dot crosses Annika's eyes. Everyone prepare to deploy. The objective is the SS Blue Falcon's emergency escape capsule.
ミカ、ナイトメア号に離陸要請をしてちょうだい。レイはアニカのサポート。オーウェンは艦長の安
Oh
全
yeah,
に細
Code, I
心
don't
の
know if
注
you
意。
know, but they also rewrote the story, right? They changed they pretty much just changed the first chapter, I guess. Basically it involves like time looping and stuff now, so we can like time loop and stuff. So that's cool. So they completely changed it, like they said they would.
はい。アニカ、まだ終わっていないわ。 ファーストを助けたいなら諦めないで。
本当にアッシュを助けられるの？
You won't know until you try. To reach out a hand to Anika, she takes it with trembling fingers and struggles to rise to her feet. Commander's unwavering eye continues to display the current coordinates of the SS Blue Falcon. The lost signal message seemed to repeat itself meaninglessly, but a moment later, a ship-wide broadcast from the SS Iron Rain
ファース
follows.
ト、アッシュが搭乗中のブルーファルコン号にて爆発事故発生。関連部隊は全員出動準備。ナイトメア号の指揮官はナイトメア号と協力し、直ちにファースト救助に当たれ。繰り返す。ファースト、アッシュが搭乗中のブルーファルコン号にて。
確かに諦めるには。お願い、ナイトメア号、一緒にアッシュを助けて。
時間、空間、全部がごちゃ混ぜになったら知りたいと思わない？
Nightmare is ongoing. Ooh. Kaleidoscope Hatchery. Ah, that place looks pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go grab lunch because I'm getting hungry. So give me a few minutes. I'm back. I went to grab some lunch. Code, I said I wanted to go grab lunch, so I'm back. Okay, so let's get to the story. So I'm planning on like playing more Arkham Asylum after I'm done with the story. So
任務開始。
yeah, why not? All agent status report. Oh, wait, why is it on auto? What the fuck? Renoa, entry confirm, entry confirm, entry confirm. Yeah, much better, thanks. Anika, entry confirmed, Jen. It's just...
緊急とうるさいから何事かと思ってきたが、これは一体。ジャネット、とりあえず正常に侵入完了。
Good. Then we begin the infiltration operation. Renoa, please give us the mission briefing.
緊急脱出ポットは爆発によって万華鏡の孵化場近くの小型カオスに落ちたわ。アイアンレイン号も対応はしているけれど、多数の部隊を動かすために急ぎでファーストを手配しなければならないから、今すぐは駆けつけられない状況ね。ブルーファルコン号の生存者が確認できた場合、その保護を最優先に動くこと。はい。
Alright, let's go. I plan to wash in the dazzling panorama that ripples with the brilliance of gemstones. Rare crystals and precious gems lure outsiders to the planet, but beneath the dazzling splendor lies an unseen danger. We've got the coordinates, now we just need to get the gauge on where the capsule actually fell. How are we supposed to find a single small capsule in a place like this? We just need to follow the trajectory of its fall in reverse. The coordinates provided by mission control are clear. However, that doesn't mean a single coordinate can get us the accurate location of a capsule that fell somewhere in this vast chaos because of an explosion. The capsule kept transmitting its distress signal right up until its crash. The signal's the last known coordinates, the shock wave from the explosion, and the capsule's launch angle. Trace those three backward and the scattered trajectories converge on a single point. Cool. The fall trajectory and the identified coordinates are converging at one point. We're zeroing in on the exact location of where the capsule should be. We found it this soon. Form up, we depart immediately. I calculate the optimal route from the chaos outskirts to the coordinates identified as the capsule's location. The agents move in unison, each holding their position. Now let's do this one. Okay, let's see.
行きますよ。呼びましたか？
待機中。いや、いつでも行ける。かかってきなさい。
身長元気が出ましたか？
Oh, Pando's still saying that they're Sammy. Oh, yeah, if you don't know, Sammy's gone. In place of Sammy, it's Evie the fox. Evie the fox. So Sammy's gone now, and he'll probably never come back.
消えなさい。はーい。いつでも行けるわ。はっ。大吉。行くわ。はっ。
私の力で
Because
確実に
hey, 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 hey! It was voted to replace Samuel, right?
え
I didn't want to replace Sammy.
準備で元気が出ましたか？
It is.
すべてをかけていつでも行けるわ。消えなさい。大吉手加減はしない。はあ。いや。
呼びましたか？慎重に準備できました。はーい。呼びましたか？
行きますよ。はあ。いつでも行けるわ。消えなさい。はっ。行くわ。大吉。すべてをかけて。はーい。行きますよ。呼びます。よいしょっとー。手加減はしない。
慎重。元気が出ましたか？下がってください。私が守ります。はーい。
簡単にはやられない。黒いバラは乱れ咲き、すべての幕を下ろす。
Oh, I don't have any. Oh, are they all in my? Nope. Wait, what? Cool. Okay.
いつでも行けるわ。消え
Do
なさ
that
い。
then. There you go. Hey, boss. God damn it! Hold on. Do this one. Yeah, Automod doesn't do anything anymore for some reason. It
呼び
always
ました
lets
か？
行きますよ。
like bot accounts into here.
元気が出ましたか？
大吉消えなさい。はあ。
Nice. Full gems. Breathtaking sight gave way to the troubling realization. Every direction revealed the same glittering cavern of gemstones, making it impossible to judge my bearings. Everything looks the same no matter which direction. Are we going the right way? We get lost if we lose focus. Everyone on your toes. When my fingers touched the gemstones, it squirmed. The smooth outer layer of the gem cracked open like a shell, exposing countless legs that skittered out from beneath. The gem's alive. Yep.
いつでも行けるわ。すべてをかけて。はーい。行きますよ。いや。
Oh, I did not mean to
大
do that.
吉。
Shit. Yeah.
いつでも行けるわ。はっ。
Do
大
that.
吉行くわ。いつでも行けるわ。消えなさい。大吉手加減はしない。
And done. Nice. can't shake the thought that the crystals blanketing the cave aren't crystals at all, but living creatures hiding countless legs beneath their polished shells. No one in the group said a word, but we almost unanimously quickened our pace. Oh. Just need to finish mining, then I can finally return home. The first thing I'll do is go see my family. But right, just a little more then. I'll mine just a little bit more. I think they're trapped here. Even to the cave, a group comes to a halt. Ahead of them is a faint flickering of silhouettes. I never thought we'd run into the members of the Iron Rain here. The soldiers paid us no mind whatsoever. There was something disturbingly unnatural about the way they endlessly repeated the same movements. Those aren't real. Oh, what do you mean not real? The gemstones in this chaos are known to reflect the thoughts of people. If I recall what they explicitly target, a certain emotion, what was again? Annika stares at the phantom soldiers with creased brows as she delves into her memories. These echoes of desires were firmly rooted in place, endlessly repeating the same emotions over and over. The group tries to speak to them, but to no avail. Not even a single reaction. Maybe they've been completely enraptured by the gemstones. Are their hearts truly consumed by nothing but the desire to possess those crystals? Unsullied desire stretched outward and along with this particular desire, as they dream of returning home, one day they clasp onto the gemstones. Okay, off we go. We have no time to waste, let's go. Staying on their toes, the group ignored the refracted desire. Yeah, this game is actually still doing pretty well. Well, I think it is. Unlike Blue Archive right now, Blue Archive is kind of taking a nosedive since the revamped gacha system in that game. CEO situation. About the CEO. Oh yeah, I heard about that. There's a new CEO. Actually, wait. Who's the new CEO? Are you far away from your mic? No. I can hear. My mic is fine. I can volume it up, but I feel like it's gonna be really loud. Given that it's small chaos, I expected the infiltration itself to be easier than usual, but perhaps because we had witnessed an entire warship explode, the attention simply wouldn't fade. Turn off hear you. Really? Oh, damn, really? On my end, it's my voice is very loud. But I could turn it up, I guess. There we go. That good? I don't know, it's these OBS settings, dude. It says here on my mic that it was already hitting yellow, right? That's the thing. It was already hitting yellow. I just raised it up a little bit and it's almost hitting red. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be too loud if I later on in the VOD when I post it as a VOD, right? And the game audio is already hitting yellow on my end too, so. That's because we had witnessed the entire warship explode, the tension simply wouldn't fade. The group finds their place around the fire and decide to have a moment's respite. My hands are still shaking no matter how you looked at it. It looked like a normal gemstone. You're not wrong, even I was confused, but I don't think it... but don't you think it was a bit cute? Cute, that monster just now. So the new CEO, right? Who's the new CEO for Smilegate, right? Smilegate? Yeah, it's Smilegate. And please tell me that they don't have a background at being an executive at EA. Oh man, please don't tell me that they have a background in being an executive at EA, bro. Because holy shit, dude, like the current CEO for for Nexon, dude. Yeah, the current CEO for Nexon, right? They were an ex-EA executive. And then they were made CEO. It's that guy, Patrick Sutherland or whatever, right? He's the guy during I think it was the Battlefield 5 or was it Battlefield 5 release? I just cannot remember. That said, if you don't like it, don't buy it, and then that kind of like tanked the sales from what I heard, right? Cute that monster just now. After catching their breath and having a look around, they realized that the vista within the cave was astounding. The gemstones embedded throughout the walls glowed faintly, as if awakened by the group's breathing. The red dot never stopped blinking, even during their rest. It was as if Ash was sending out a rescue signal. As they neared their destination, anxiety and relief each took turns bombarding the group's nerves. Nice. Enough time had passed, and the group dusted themselves off as they left the warmth behind. The red dot was still blipping out there somewhere, waiting for their arrival. Oh yeah, The Void, if you don't know, right? If you don't know, Blue Archive revamped their... they changed their gacha entirely. 5 years in the game's lifespan, right? Which is kind of a stupid move. Not gonna lie. I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea, and they still push for it, right? They didn't make it better or worse. They basically removed the spark system, and then they added a 50-50 pity system. And the guaranteed is still the same as the spark system, right? So basically, you're still pulling for 200, right? To a guarantee. It's no longer a spark. So I don't know if you know how gacha, how the gacha worked. How the gacha worked, right? For Blue Archive originally. So basically, say that you get a character at 150, right? You get one of the banner characters at 150. You would put in 50 more rolls to the other banner, and then spark the character, right? To spark the other banner. So then you would end up having two SSR characters, right? By that time. So basically, now, if you were to get a character at 150, the points reset, and then you'll have to pull again on the other banner if you want to get the other character, right? And 100, right, is the 50-50 points. So if you lose that and then get a character at 150, the points will entirely reset, and then you'll have to pull all over again on the other banner if you want to get the other character. Whereas the other one, where you would have to put in 50 more pulls and then you would spark the character. But since they're removing the spark, they removed the spark entirely and just replaced it with a 50-50 pity system. People are very mad. The devs are ignoring the users' complaints. Currently it is not, the new system is not on global yet. They released it on JP, right? And there are people who are who just pretty much just accepted the new system, but there's a lot of people who on JP's side, right, who do not like it for the fact that they rolled on. Interesting, right? They released a new system on the 5.5 anniversary, right? On JP's side. JP got the 5.5 anniversary, so that means that there is 4 limited banners, right? There is currently 4 limited banners. They released 2 and then 2 at a later date. So the first 2 are limited, and then the next two are limited. So basically, the people who saved up their pulls, the average spender, not whales, right? The average spenders on JP's side, who pretty much like saved up their rolls for the current gacha system, are kind of like screwed over because they may end up like short, and the cashback system that they implemented with the pity system does not help much at all, because you're still pulling more than what you would normally pull on a banner, right? Yeah, it's kind of like a whole shit show right now, and so yeah, it hasn't affected global yet. It's only affected JP, so I kind of feel bad for them. Yeah, there are people who I saw that were who pretty much like just accepted it when they got like their 50-50, and then there's like a whole bunch of other people on JP's side who lost 50-50, and then ended up rolling up to so they who lost 50-50 ended up getting the character like between 100 and 200. The points reset, and then they'll have to like pull again up to another 100. So yeah, it's like kind of a shit show, dude. They gave us free unit in SLC, but it's only a choice of the first units that came out. I mean, like, aren't there like pretty good units from the first batch of units that released in that game? Or did they all get like power creep, right? I remember that there was an issue with power creep with that game. The game's still fun though, as I hear though, but they do like power creep, don't they? It was that everyone already had enters power creep, yeah. Currently, yeah, in this game they gave a free selector, right? They gave a free selector for units up to Diane, so you can like pick up Diane if you want. So that's pretty cool. SLC. SLC is still pretty fun to play, alright, but they I still get that? Yeah. They released it actually. They released it like this patch actually. So you can like pick it up right now. It's in the mail. So yeah, it's pretty much like a selector for characters up to Diane. So with the new CEO of Smilegate, right? I hope that they do not change how this game functions, bro. Like, holy shit, man. And I really hope that the new CEO is like not an ex-EA executive, because man, the ex-executive EA who became CEO of Nexon kind of like bombed Blue Archive, not gonna lie. Okay, so discard. Yep.
全てをかけて
準備でき広がれ
いつでも行けるわはっ行くわ
新元気が出ましたかはーい
大吉慈悲なんてないわ
呼びましたかよいしょっと
So yeah, I like picked up Diane, right? I picked up Diane, so that's cool. Oh yeah, and by the way, the producer of Blue Archive, right? He sent out an apology, but it was like a kind of like a big nothing burger, to be honest. Because all it is that he says that the reason for the implementation of the new system is that it is to relieve stress from pulling on pickup banners, right? But that's a load of bullshit. You see, because they have this banner, right? Where they put old units into that banner, and then you can like select who to have a raid upon. They have that banner, and they haven't touched it since its first release. It still has the first year units in that banner, right? If they like add characters to that banner once in a while, then that pretty much would honestly kind of solve their issue if they had an issue with players stress from pulling on pickup banners, to be honest, instead of remaking a whole system that no one wanted. Interesting, right? They have their own tickets for it. They have their own tickets for it, so you don't have to like put any of your own pulls into into that banner. I still haven't used any of my tickets on that banner. Because at that point I already have all the characters. So having exit the narrow and dark cave, a landscape bathed in the jewel-like radiance of planets stretched out before them. The obstructed view suddenly gave way, revealing an endless stretch of land. There wasn't much more left between the group and their destination. We finally got out of that cramped cave. Man, it's refreshing. We got this far, and the destination should be just ahead. Just a little bit more, everyone.
インベーダーたちよ。ここは弱いけど、下手に近づいて囲まれたら痛い目を見るわ。つまり火力で吹き飛ばす戦い方になるわね。
Annika raises her gunblade. Sparks flashing in Annika's eyes as if to announce the firepower of her weapon.
バッファロー破壊工作班の力見せてあげるわ。
準備できました。
Let's see.
いつでも行けるわ。
広がれ。
待機中。
呼びましたか？
いつでも行けるわ。
Okay.
すべてにかけて。
Yay.
待機中。手加減はしない。はあ？いつでも行けるわ。
いや。ありがとうございました。おかげで戦いやすかったです。今回の任務は普段より安全かなと思ってたんですけど、もうインベーダーはうんざりです。
カオスの規模からして強いモンスターは出ないはずよ。問題はモンスターでなく感染爆発に関連するさらなる脅威の可能性ね。
それでさっきから艦長にべったりなのかしら。艦長を守るために。
軽口が叩けるということは少しは元気になったみたいね。
ええ、艦長の言う通り少しは希望を抱いてみようかなって。ずっと落ち込んでちゃバッファロー破壊工作班の名折れだしね。ジャネット。
アッシュが先に出発するって言った時止めるべきだったんだ。私まで油断して。
ジャネット、落ち込んじゃダメだって。これじゃ連れてきた意味がないでしょ。
私たちは爆破専門家で人命救助隊じゃない。モンスターとの戦闘はいくらでも手伝う。だがその後は全部お前が。
Of course, that's what we're here for. I'll keep guiding the way. Everyone move carefully.
分かったわ。
アニカ、大丈夫？あちこちで招集かけられてるけど一体。アニカ？もう出動してたんだ。アイアンレイン号からのバックアップが届くまで結構かかりそうだけど、まあよっぽど危険な状況じゃない限りアニカと同行してる帝国の人たちがフォックス正体は招集対象外だし、私が出てもややこしくなるだけかな。そういえばアニカ銃器の点検ちゃんと最後までやってたっけ？
Oh, dude, it's okay. Is her weapon going to fail at some point? Oh, I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
やるべきことをやっただけ。
Okay, let's see. Okay.
Huh?ジャネット、今よ。
準備完了。発射。
Under the agent's efforts, the insectoid monsters fell one after another. Especially when Annika and Janet unleashed her firepower, the clustered monsters vanished into dust and then
思ったより早く体が温まってよかったわね。
まあまあだ。
looks like Annika and Janet have recovered too. We're almost at the target point, everyone
オッケ
focus.
ー。
あのポットかしら。爆発でところどころ焼け跡があるけれど形は保っているわ。射出過程で問題がなければ搭乗中の隊員はきっと無事よ。
The capsule reflects once more in Annika's eyes. It was nothing but a tiny dot on the command center monitor, but now the capsule fills her entire field of vision. Which is, with each step closer, Annika takes the capsule reflected in her retinas grows darker. As the capsule door opens, even Janet, who was still on guard, brightens.
本当に生きてたんだ、アニカ。帰ったらコーヒーを入れさせてくれ。じゃなきゃ私の気が済まない。
そうね、お願いしちゃおうかな。あとナイトメア号、特に艦長ありがとう。おかげで助かったわ。
いいえ、やるべきことをやっただけですよ。
私たちの任務はカオス任務に同行し、必要である場合容疑者を逮捕すること。今回の爆発は一般的な事故とは考えにくいわ。高い確率で連続失踪事件の容疑者が関係しているはずよ。人命救助が終わり次第ポットを調べて容疑者を追わなければ。最悪の場合、容疑者はさらなる犯罪を企んでいるか、もしくはファーストを狙った犯罪に手を染め大規模テロを計画するほどだとしたら、待って、まさか。
Footsteps echo from inside the capsule, and then suddenly something is rolled out. Oh shit.
アッシュ。
The face she had boasted about as the cutest Brodos on the Iron Rain darkens completely. Whether it's soot from the fire or smeared paint is impossible to tell, but the shape of her mouth makes one thing clear: she had been screaming. Oh shit.
思ったよりカオスのコアから離れ、素材は十分だけどもったいないのは変わらない。
The origin of the footsteps that echoed inside the capsule steps into view. Her gaze closes in silently like a suppressed
やっ
gun.
ぱり先についてたんだ、そこの君。ファーストだね。
The woman with the chilling voice raises the corner of her mouth by the tiniest fraction. In an instant, my breathing stops and my lips go numb. It was nothing like simple tension or pressure, a sense of wrongness. No, rather the exact opposite of wrongness. I feel an intensely familiar power from the one who killed the Iron Rain's Protos. Without thinking, she grips the watch hanging around my neck. You're Protos
そう
too.
だよ。君も感じるでしょ。他のファーストにもたくさん会ってきたけどね。君が一番気になってた。
アネス、確かアイアンレインに去ったはずじゃ。
ああ、アニカか。アイアンレインの増票には興味ないんだ。消えて。
A woman called Anis nudges Ash, who was collapsed before her, with her foot in, and rolls him aside and approaches step by step. A shadow falls over Anis's expression without so much as a signal. Renoa and the other agents raise their
止まり
weapons.
なさい。私たちは今ファーストの連続失踪事件を捜査中よ。保護対象の死体とともに発見された以上、あなた自身がファーストでも容疑は免れないわ。それ以上動いたら撃つ。
くだらないプロセス、くだらないおもちゃの銃だね。
見てわからない？私が犯人だよ。撃ちたいなら勝手にどうぞ。私はそのファーストを連れて行く。
全員戦闘準備。容疑者のアネスを捕らえるわ。はい。
The moment Renoa gives a signal, the agents rush at Annie's altogether.
アッシュ、目を覚まして。アッシュ。
The moment Annie's heel lifts off the ground, Renoa pulls the trigger. The bullet flies out with a gunshot, but a tentacle erupts from Annie's body and snatches it in an instant.
あれは
The most powerful being closest to the very essence of chaos rides through Annie's body completely in part.
記憶が頭がぐちゃぐちゃです。ミカさん、大丈夫です。私戦え。
The agents facing the tentacles all grab their heads and recoil without exception. On the water sphere, Mika controls streams of water flow endlessly, and around the tip of Owen's spear, a sharp and unstable wind coils. Ray clutches her collar as if struggling to breathe, while Annika can only stare at Ash rolling on the floor, unable to even open her mouth. Renoa unleashes a barrage of attacks with her pistol and rose vines, but out of many tentacles stretching out, barely 2 or 3 sustain any wounds.
目障りだね。
Everyone relax. He can protect the agents from the rear, and Ray take control position on the flank.
わかりました。
While Renoa handles the front, Owen assists with defense. You can all do this,
やっ
right?
てみます。
了解よ、艦長。
ファースト、そっか。ファーストがもう一人いるなら、こいつは今の形で食べちゃっていいよね。
Tentacles erupting from Ash's body. No, not Ash. Tentacles erupting from Annie's body seize Ash's limbs and head, lifting him into the air. The tentacles coil around every part of Ash's body like a snake, eyeing its prey before long Ash's form vanishes entirely, leaving only a coiled mass of tentacles suspended in midair. Ash, swallowed in an indescribable form, soon rises again as a thick, rigid tentacle. It screams and hurls itself toward Renoa. Damn, dude. Renoa. Mika's stream of water flies toward the tentacle but spills on the floor before it even makes contact. Ray and Owen collapse to the ground as if crushed by something unseen, writhing helplessly.
頭が。レノアさん。助けなきゃ。私。
Annika lets out a scream and swings her gunblade at the tentacle. Whether from sudden swing or something else, the cylinder of the gunblade jams mid-rotation and the tentacles, having deflected the blade, slam straight into Annika's abdomen.
無力だね。何の意味もない。ゴミはゴミらしく。切り刻んで捨てちゃおう。
The tentacle coils around Renoa even tighter. Renoa drops a pistol she was gripping. Sickening crack sounds as bones throughout her body are twisted out of place. At this rate, we're all dead. Life core pocket watch. I have to keep the agents alive by any means, but no method can avoid side effects. In an instant, some kind of image flashes through my mind. Even with her eyes open, her consciousness is seized by a presence far more intense and vast than Annie's before her. Steel bearing a sword, her gaze meets fragment of it.
でも理想のために。
Just before an arrow strikes, a knees between the eyes, a tentacle, yep.
動くな。おとなしく降参して。じゃないと、もう一発食らわせるよ。
ヒルで
後ろの援軍に砲撃を要請してるんだ。座標はもちろん私の矢が刺さった地点ね。要するに間もなくアイアンレインボーから来た数十隻の戦艦があんたの額に風穴を開けちゃうってこと。
ファーストなしでカオスに数十隻の戦艦を送り込むと。
ファーストならここにいるでしょ。
君らしくないね、ヒルデ。
あんたこそずいぶん変わったじゃんアネス。おしゃべりはここまでかな。無駄な抵抗はやめておとなしく降参。
ナイトメア号のファースト、まだ終わりじゃない。終わりと始まりは区別できない。
Anise releases Renoa and then calmly walks toward the Chaos
ア
interior.
ネス待って、降参しろとは言ったけど逃げろとは言ってないんだから。
Hilda loosed arrows one after another, but some were blocked by tentacles and others were swept away by a sudden chaos storm. Through the chaos storm, the silhouette of steel bearing a sword shimmers and then disappears. Something feels off about Annie's retreating figure as she vanishes.
言ったのかな。みんな大丈夫？怪我はない？大丈夫じゃなさそうだね。でも最悪の事態は回避できたかな。
Hilda lets out a long sigh and plops down on the spot.
私もバカだな。いくら小型カオスだからってファーストなしでここまで駆けつけるなんて。
なんですって。
We came without a
いつま
Protoss.
でも他のファーストを待ってられなかったんだ。ただでさえファーストの手配に手こずってバックアップが遅れてるのに私までグズグズしてちゃアニカを助ける人がいなくなっだから死ぬ気でカオスに潜ったよ。運が味方してくれて本当によかった。
But you just said reinforcements were
あ、
coming.
援軍なら来るよ。ほらあっち見える
Hilda points into the distance with the tip of her index finger, and they're barely visibly given how short she is. A single soldier comes trotting over with a rifle in hand.
招待長置いてかないでください。こんなんじゃ私迷子になっちゃいますよ。
何
Just one person.
こんなところで死ぬなんて。帰ったら彼女にプロポーズするんだろ。あと少しだ、踏ん張れ。
そんなこと一度も言ってない。
Hilda grins smugly, apparently convinced her joke, tossed out to get a laugh, landed perfectly. Renoa watches Hilda for a moment, then our eyes happen to meet and we exchange a look. The meaning behind it needed no
な
words.
んなのこいつ。
Alright, let's see. Battle missions. Yep. Our team Fox.
はじめまして。フォックス小隊の小隊長ヒルデだよ。主力武器はかっこいい折りたたみ型の弓と冴えた頭脳。体重は秘密。二つ名は戦場のペテン師。よろしくね。
自分のことをペテン師と紹介してどうするんですか。恥ずかしすぎる。私はフォックス小隊の隊員ユニと申します。よろしくお願いします。
レノア、ナイトメア号の副艦長よ。おかげで助かったわ。
帝国のファーストや戦闘員たちが来るってアニカから聞いてたからね。情報を共有してくれたアニカのおかげでもあるかな。ね、アニカ。やれやれ、まだ放心状態なのかな。アニカ、 かりして。ほら起きてる？
シリンダーが壊れたの。そのせいでアネスを止められなかった。そもそも私が最初からアッシュと一緒に出発して。
ナイトメア号の案内役は必要だったよ。あんたが一番適任だったのも事実だしね。あんたがアッシュと一緒にブルーファルコン号に乗ってても今頃宇宙の塵になってただけだよ。
ヒルデ！
怒らないで。あんたの責任じゃないって話だから。シリンダーが作動したところで何も変わらなかった。それすら自分の責任だって溜め込んで。
あんたに何が分かるっていうのよ。
Annika grabs Hilda by her collar and immediately raises her fist. Hilda doesn't do much, doesn't so much as twitch an eyebrow. Instead, she turns her cheek toward Annika as if offering it out of
わか
pity.
るよ。一番よくわかってる。殴りたいなら殴れば。八つ当たりできる相手がいて。
アニカさん！アニカ！ごめんなさい。今のは。
As Annika releases her grip on Hilda's collar, Hilda dusts off her labels. Uni huffs and steps between Hilda and Annika. Then Janet moves in as well, taking her place at Annika's side.
いくらアニカさんでもヒルデさんをいじめたら許しませんよ。分かってますよね。
まあまあ、ユニ。私だってアニカの立場だったら同じ。もちろん私は経験済みだけどね。
ヒルデさん、そういう冗談は言うもんじゃありません。
おお、ユニ、許して。
Now it's Uni's turn to stand on her tiptoes and grab Hilda by the collar. Hilda's ponytail switches back and forth just like a horse's tail.
とにかくそれでさ、私たちこれから何をすればいいかな。ここまで駆けつけたはいいんだけど、入ってからどうするかはこれっぽっちも考えてないんだよね。
もうしっかりしてください。
ああ、わかったわかった。ユニ、許してよ。
You all get along so well. What do you think, Renoa?
決まっているわ。まず私たちからすれば任務はすでに失敗よ。護衛対象のアッシュが死んだのだから、その代わりファースト連続失踪事件、いいえ、ファースト連続殺人事件の犯人と思われる人物、対象が艦長と同じファーストなら、執行部はもちろんのこと、監察部にも合同捜査要請を出す必要があるわ。もちろんアネスがこの惑星を離れたり、さらに事件を起こしたりしないよう、私たちの方でも
結局アネスを追うってことだね。
That's what we have to do. Will you help us, Hilda?
どうしよっかな。疲れるのは嫌だし、アニカを助けた時点で私たち仕事は終わったけど。
ヒルデさん、あまりとぼけすぎると本当に嫌がってると思われますよ。誰よりもアネスの情報を探し回ってたくせに。
それは。
ほら、早くアネスを捕まえに行きたいって言ったらどうですか。ナイトメア号の凄腕の要員たちに便乗して後ろでサボりまくりたいって。
サボらないから。私だって頑張るもん。むやみに追うのは危ないよ。生還率を上げたいならまず事前調査をしなきゃ。
事前調査というと、
事件の現場には証拠が残ってるもの。まずはこのポットから始めよう。私はアネスやブルーファルコン号に関する直近の情報を全部かき集めてもらうよう要請するから。
know
アイ
someone.
アンレインの耳里い連中とはだいたい仲いいんだよね。うまく言いくるめれば楽ちんで安全なお仕事も回してもらえるし。
Hilda steps up to the capsule first and begins examining the scorch marks from the explosion. The blood spread across the floor like a carpet and the internal
ア
structure.
ニカはまだ近づくのも辛いだろうし休んでて。ユニ任せたよ。
ちょっと人使いが荒くないですか？アニカさん、こちらへどうぞ。水筒を持ってきます。
ありがとう。
私たちも動きましょう。突起事項は全て報告してちょうだい。
はいはい。
You guys all get moving as well.
待って、ナイトメア号の艦長だよね。長いし艦長って呼ぶよ。帝国のファーストに会ったら聞きたいことがあったんだ。事前調査みたいなものだと思って付き合ってくれない？
Sure, what do you want to know?
とっても大切な質問だよ。艦長は IRHP77 拳銃についてどう思う？
Huh?
アイアンレインがテラシオンから独立した後初めて自分たちで製作した拳銃。製作単価が手頃な分耐久性はひどい。しかし大量生産が可能で誰でも簡単に扱えるまさに万民の拳銃。古典的でありながらも癖になる装填時のスナップで多くの銃器専門家にいろんな拳銃を使っても最後は結局 IRHP77 を選ぶと言わせるあの拳銃。この拳銃について聞いたことがあるならナイトメア号の艦長ほどの軍人としては思うところがあるはずさ。どう思う艦長？
Well, even if you ask me what I think, behind Hilda's eyes, the unmistakable gleam of a military enthusiast's anticipation sparks brightly. There are those who hold the title of SS Nightmare Captain in such high regard that they hang on every word and gesture. But there was no way to have every weapon in her entire galaxy memorized, so it took quite a bit of digging through memories from my academy days before I could manage an answer. It's a good gun. It's a good gun as long as it doesn't break. Oh. Was she hoping for something a bit more impressive?
それだよ。さすがはナイトメア号の艦長。私の予想通りならアネスは今もあの拳銃を持ってるはずなんだ。ボットから IRHP77 が出てきたら教えて。
Hilda flashes an inscrutable smile and heads into the capsule ahead of the others.
アネスがこんなことになったのは全部私のせいだから。はあ、思わずアニカみたいなこと言っちゃったな。自分を責めるのは良くないんだけどね。
Hilda walks forward of her own accord into the dark as she passes through the capsule's entrance. A shadow falls over her. Hmm.
両手を上げろ。動いたら撃つぞ。撃てるもんなら撃ってみろ。片付けの悪いストックに片落ちのレーザーサイト。そんな TTW 社製の小銃じゃ私には当たらないぞ。一方こちらにはアイアンレインの一時代を築いた最強の拳銃 IRHP77 がある。伝説の司令官鉄血将軍が拳銃一丁で小型カオス3つを相当してさらに有名になったあの拳銃だ。
愛国心をくすぐる拳銃を持ち出すとは卑怯だぞバネッサ。
箱舟を差別したいわけじゃないけど、
Dude, that's Anis.
アイアンレインの
Yo,
人って
what the fuck
み
happened
ん
to
なこんな
her?
感じなの？
いいや、私たちが変わってるだけだよ。アイアンレインに生まれただけで 重機に興味ない人もたくさんいるしね。
でもフォックス正体と動く以上は慣れた方がいいよ。おい帝国の手下め、お前がホルスターに収めている拳銃の名も明かしてもらおう。
ちょっとバネッサ、帝国の手下はひどくない？それこそ差別だよ。年もそんなに変わらないくせに後から入った新入りにはわざと威張るんだから。
何を言う、これにはれっきとした理由があるんだぞ。コナミは10歳の時から軍人となり、アイアンレインを守るのが人生の目標であった。めんどくさい職場としか思ってない連中とは志が違うのだ。
なんだろう、咳が止まらないな。キツネは狡猾で賢い動物として知られている。フォックス正体はその名にふさわしく、いろんな情報に詳しいだけでなく、さまざまな銃器を使いこなし、一般的な部隊では手に負えない難しい任務をもテキパキとやり遂げる。それこそ最も有能で秀逸で立派な部隊だった。もちろん全ては私の基準による評価である。
アネスは10歳の時何をやってたんだ？その頃から将来の夢はファーストだったとか。
バネッサとは入隊同期だった。遠慮はいらないと言われたので本当に遠慮しなかった。銃器への情熱が凄まじい人だった。私も銃に関する知識は負けていなかったけど、根っこが違うというか。私は軍生活をスムーズにやってのけるために勉強した方だけど、バネッサは銃自体が好きな人だったから。
10歳か。さあね、思い出せないよ。
ジェラ帝国出身のファーストであるアネスは、初めての赴任先だったアイアンレインで私たちに出会った。アイアンレインは他の勢力に比べて帝国から正式に派遣されるファーストがずっと少ない。だからこそアネスは貴重な人材の中でも超貴重な人材だった。そんな貴重な人材が担当する部隊の一つにフォックス正体が選ばれたのは、それだけ優れた人物が集まっていたからだろう。ただ私の目標は適度にサボりつつ適度に頑張り、適度な実績を積んで適度に幸せな老後を過ごすことで。じゃあさ、どうしてこっちに来たの？
それはテファーストが必要とされる場所であればどこにでも向かい力を貸す。それが私たちに課された義務だよ。
義務か。私とは縁のない言葉だな。フォックス正体は適度な実績を積むにはうってつけの礎だった。
ヒルで新人の前で怠けるなって。アネスも来たし、まずは記念写真を撮ろう。みんな集まって。ちょっと、私はフォックス正体の新人として入ったわけじゃないの。多くの担当部隊の中にフォックス正体もあるってだけで。
気にしない気にしない。どうせしょっちゅう私たちと顔を合わせることになるからね。私たちみたいな凄腕の軍人、他の正体じゃなかなか会えないよ。
さあ撮るよ。みんな笑って。はいチーズ。
Oh, there's the picture. This is the last place Ash was seen. I need to see for myself. The capsule's inner walls are covered in chaotic scratches, as though something sharp had raked across them. Sense of destruction everywhere. This is where Ash was caught by Anis. The final flight log flickers dimly across the scorched console display. The destination changed mid-flight. Anis drew us here.
やっぱり持ってたんだ。艦長見て。私が言った事前調査の重要情報だよ。
This is a photo.
昔のフォックス正体の写真だね。ポットの中から見つかったんだ。私と同期のヴァネッサ、そして初めてフォックス正体に合流したアネス。結構仲いい感じでしょ。ヴァネッサは写真が好きでね。機密事項以外は全部撮って残してたよ。
This is an important piece of evidence.
時間と空間は証拠を解釈する手がかりになる。この写真を撮った前後の出来事、そしてこの写真がポット内のキャビネットでも一番目立つ場所に残されてた理由。アネスは思いつきでブルーファルコン号を爆発させたんじゃない。そう、絶対に。
今日の任務はインベーダーの未知の採取だ。みんな武器は持ったね。
もちろん。よいしょっと。本日の装備を紹介しますと、対インベーダー小銃 HIK-2000、 全天候型万能拳銃 IRHP-77、 加えて広角を破るための鉄鋼弾、砲式キノコに出くわした場合に備えたガスマスク、ダークスターが賞金組に遭遇した時に生け捕りにするための特殊スタンガン。
すごい。私はファーストの護身用拳銃しか持ってないのに。
お嬢様か。
何それ。まるで私が拳銃しか使えないみたいに。戦いが怖くて拳銃しか持ってないわけじゃない。帝国でもここでもファーストの主な役割はカオス内で迷わないように。
やーいやーい、お嬢様。
違うってば。
アネスは自分が帝国に忠実なファーストであると同時に、アイアンレインの自尊心の強い者たちにも負けない本物の軍人であると証明したがっていた。そして私たちはそんなアネスを、もちろんアネスは渋い顔をしたけど、からかわれるのが嫌いなだけで、私まで嫌ったりはしなかった。むしろ見知らぬ土地の数少ない同年代の友達として好かれていたと思う。
今回の任務が終わったら私おすすめの美味しい店に行こうって約束でしょ。あんまりからかうと私一人で行くから。
あれ、本当に友達を置いて一人で行くんだって。やーいやーい、やっぱお嬢様じゃん。
ヒルデなんか。
あれれ、アネス、待ってよ、アネス。ここまでじゃなかったっけ。もうよく思い出せない。もしかしたらあの頃の記憶をなるべく忘れたいのかもしれない。矛盾を生み出す時間の主要を精神医学ではトラウマという。この記憶の全ての瞬間が痛みを伴う。
帝国から来たって言うからお嬢様って上品な呼び方でからかったつもりだったんだけど、それも嫌だったのかな。最近の子にはこれくらい悪口のうちに入らないよな。
あんたも最近の子だよ。 バネッサ。ひょっとしてアネスの逆鱗に触れたのかもね。
ひゅー、さらに上品な言葉を使ってくるじゃん。
アネスは自分がいかに真面目で責任感の強いファーストか証明したがってる。兵士たちを盾にして隠れたりもしないし、むしろ他のファーストよりよっぽど危ない任務ばっか引き受けるくせに、これ以上何を証明したいのかはよくわからないけどね。
知ってるかヒルデ、アネスってもともとトライオンへの赴任を命じられたそうだよ。首席卒業のファーストだから上からも期待されててさ。良いファーストなら最も危ない場所に率先して志願すべきとか言って、アイアンレイン行きを選んだ時は教官たちが1泊2日で議論したとか。
知ってる。アネスから聞いた。
ふふ、やっぱり知らな。アイアンレインじゃ私以外ほとんど知らない情報なのにどうして。
私たちすっごく仲いいからね。好きなタイプとか推してる銀河アイドルの話もしてるよ。バネッサは知らないよね。
同期そっちのけで自分たちばっかり楽しそうに。
好きな相手ほどかえって近づきにくいもんだからね。だから悪く思わないで。先行ってるからゆっくり来ていいよ。
何？そんな言い訳で納得できるとでも。こら待てヒルデ
Okay. Let's see.
目標地点に侵入。インベーダーの密の状態は良好。よそ者が訪れた痕跡もなし。
この深度のカオスならモンスターに襲われても十分に撃退できるはずだよ。採取装置設置完了。30分後に採取完了次第退却する。
よーし、じゃあ30分の間、帝国出身軍事専門記者が選ぶ今年の武器アワード動画でも見てようかな。
いくら安全とはいえ気を抜きすぎじゃない？
緊張してても余計な力が入るだけだって。予想した事態には手順通りに対応。予想外の事態には臨機応変に対応。それが軍人の基本じゃん。そして私、瞬発力なら誰にも負けないしね。
調子に乗りすぎだぞヒルデ。バネッサの言う通りだよ。きつく言ってあげて。一度でも多く戦場を駆け回ったやつの方が手榴弾のピンを抜くのも早い。瞬発力なら私の方がずっと上だ。よって私が動画を見る。ヒルデ、お前は見張りでもしとけ。
同期がパワハラする。
だって上司にパワハラするわけにはいかないだろう。アネスの言う通り、いくら安全だからって気を抜いちゃダメだ。例えばそうだな、保護色で発見しきれなかったフリュード、あるいは卵の山に出くわすことがあるかもしれないから。
バネッサが指さした方を振り向いた瞬間、数えきれないほどのインベーダーの群れと目が合った。蜜の採取装置が出す微細な音がインベーダーを刺激する場合があるということは知っていたけど、これほど多くのインベーダーに出くわすのは初めてだった。原因は採取装置じゃない。それなら群れの大 が始まった。
群れの大移動？養分を手に入れて勢力を拡張するために群れ全体が移動することだよ。さすがに予想できなかった。もたもたしてる暇はない。
私は採取装置を回収する。アネスは回収次第帰還準備を。バネッサ、後ろ。反射的に小銃を持ち上げ、バネッサに近づいたモンスターを撃った。弾に貫かれたモンスターの残骸がバネッサの鼻先まで飛ぶ。
バネス、ウェイポイントまでの距離は？
全力疾走すれば10分以内に着くよ。
採取装置は諦めるか？目標は全員生還。今すぐウェイポイントへ向かう。
私たちは全力でウェイポイントへ走った。走っている間も次から次へと現れるインベーダーの群れが私たちの前に立ちはだかる。際限なく押し寄せる数の暴力を前に戦略や特殊武器は何の役にも立たなかった。撃発を繰り返すたびに銃声で耳が鈍くなり、火薬と血の匂いが鼻をつく。アネスの拳銃からはいつからか火薬の馳せる音ではなく、スライドが虚しく空を切る音だけが響いていた。これを使ってアネス。私は自分の小銃をアネスに渡し、ホルスターから拳銃を抜いた。カオスではコンマ1秒以下の反応で生死が分かれるとか、連続2発でアネスの前にいるモンスターを倒すまでは自分の判断が正しいと信じていた。しかし弾け飛んだモンスターの肉片がスライドと薬室の間に挟まり、全ての計画がダメになった。全ての原因はモンスターにあった。完璧な軍人だった私は不幸な犠牲者となったのだ。違う、これはトラウマを受け入れたくない私が作り上げた。銃がいきなりどうして。普段めんどくさがって手入れをサボっていた部品が壊れた。私の不注意が最悪の事態を招いた。なんで動けってば、早く撃ってよ。標本通りに弾倉を交換して装填して撃発、もう一度弾倉を交換して装填して撃発。引き金は空振りを繰り返す。コンマ1秒以下の反応で生死が分かれる戦場でインベーダーは絶え間なく押し寄せてくる。私の手は恐怖に震え、アネスは小銃を撃っている最中に鉄鋼核のモンスターに殴られ遠くまで吹き飛ばされた。私は恐怖にすくみながら、バネッサは本当に私たちの中で最も優れた瞬発力の持ち主だった。
言ったら手榴弾のピンを抜くのは、フィルではアネスを連れてウェイポイントまで退却して、ここは私が食い止める。
でもバネッサはインベーダーの群れに手榴弾を投げる。その場しのぎにはなるかもしれないけど、インベーダー相手だとより多くの群れを引きつけてしまう悪手だ。バネッサはそれを知りながら、まさか自分をおとりに。やめてバネッサ、一緒に帰らないと。
誰がここに残るなんて言った？この任務が終わったらお前たちが行く店にも絶対ついていくから、記念写真も撮ってさ。だから心配しないで言って。私一度約束したことは必ずバネッサ。
私はモンスターの間に飛び込み、倒れたアネスを立ち上がらせた。続いてポケットから閃光弾や発煙弾を手当たり次第投げつけた。目がくらむほどの光と立ち込める煙の中、ただこうすればインベーダーが少しでもバネッサを認識できずに通り過ぎるんじゃない？それ以前にただ生き残りたいという本能に突き動かされただけの行動だ。地獄をさまようような思いで一心に走った私たちは、ようやくウェイポイントにたどり着き、帰還するよりも先にアイアンレイン号へ救難信号を送った。しかし支援部隊が到着した後も、インベーダーの群れが大移動を終えた後も、バネッサは戻ってこなかった。軍人なら仲間が死ぬことは珍しくないよね。手短に話すよ。昔カオス任務中にインベーダーの群れに襲撃されたの。その時よりによって私の拳銃が故障して、仲間のバネッサが自分を犠牲にして私とアネスを助けたんだ。私はもう銃は使えないと言って自分の銃を全部アネスに渡した。壊れた拳銃まであげるのはさすがに気が進まなかったけど、アネスが言ったんだ。私の分まで自分がアイアンレインの正義を守るって。でもアネスはすぐにうちの担当から外されちゃった。小隊員の死に責任を取るべきとかなんとかでバネッサは死に、アネスは離れた。そして銃はいつ壊れるかわからないという不安だけが。笑えるよねアネスはあの時私が渡した拳銃と当時の写真を持ってポットに乗った。これは何を意味すると思う？
Hilda leans against her bow and bends forward with a sly smile. It was a smile meant to bury a past she hadn't fully let go of. So you've been carrying those memories with you all this time.
抽象的だね。間違ってはないから正解ってことにしてあげる。アネスはこの事件を境に完全に人が変わっちゃった。自分に何ができるか、何をすべきか、帝国の命令は何か、ずっとよくわからない独り言をつぶやいてた。そしていつからかアイアンレイン号からも姿を消してしまったんだ。
And you were the one chasing after.
最後に見かけた時、目が普通じゃなかったんだよね。過去にとらわれて過ちを犯すなんてアホらしいじゃん。長生きしたいならどうにか乗り越えなきゃならないんだよ。まあ私はバッチリやり遂げたけどね
Hilda taps the upper limb of her bow with her index finger. Whether she hit the wrong spot or not, the bow falls into its collapsed form. Hilda, who had been leaning on it, immediately pitches forward. Are you sure you actually overcame it?
急にアニカが心配になってきたな。もう平気かな。アニカ、大丈夫？動けそう？
Oh, she's running away.
なんだか頼りない援軍ね。本当に大丈夫？艦長。
She still got us out of a tight spot, though.
それはそうだけど。
Rinoa looked like she had something to say, but was swallowing it down. If those unspoken words had a question mark, it had likely formed at the very same point. If Annis and Hilda were close to each other, Then Anis didn't run away, she
アネス
actually...
は現場を離れるところまで計画していたのかもしれないわ。
We were thinking the same
艦長
thing.
が何を考えているかくらい目を見ればわかるから。それにポットの中からこんなものが見つかったの。
Renoa hands over a note, unlike the pistol or the photo Hilda showed. The sleek black paper is stiff and pristine. This is white letters against a black background. Judging by the ink density and pen pressure, it was written by a human hand. She reads one by one in order the letters that Anis must have left behind. A Protoss without memories is a being that is restrained. The moment memories form, they desire freedom. The power to transcend restraint and freedom ultimately lies within the Protoss. If you want to know, come to the place only we can reach, the heart of Discord.
これは間違いなくアネスが艦長に残したメッセージよ。目的はわからないけれど目的地は確かね。
A place only Protoss can reach. Let's head to the Chaos Core. Welcome, first time on Invader honey harvesting mission, huh? Is this all the gear you're taking? Why, you surprised? Feel free to be amazed, it's the pinnacle of Iron Rain military technology. Anis stared at the equipment in a daze. The plasma claymore, quantum response alarm, and honey concentration meter were all patented Iron Rain products. In an age of cutting-edge technology, why does the Protoss still carry some gun? Because the Protoss already has a far more powerful weapon built in. Weapons that breathe fire are strictly for agents. If a Protoss ever has to pick up a weapon like that, it means the battle is already lost. Still, it'd be nice to at least have a backup weapon just in case. Don't get me wrong, combat is an agent's job, not a Protoss' mission. She went through the gear check while introducing each weapon and piece of equipment to Anis. So what do you think? Think about what? Your first posting, what do you think? Iron Rain, surprising, it's even more military than I expected. It feels like the Academy mindset is just baked in here by default. Not everyone is like us, you know. Still, most people here seem pretty tightly disciplined. That's a compliment, right? A compliment, I guess so. Around here, being a true soldier is the highest honor. Even so, not everyone is like me or Vanessa. Plenty of people want nothing to do with the military. They watch movies, go on dates, or have picnics. The idol fandoms here are absolutely massive too. Idols. You know Uni, right? She's a huge fan of Tenebria. She even made a whole trip to the SS Identity just to catch a live concert. People actually make trips for things like that. Do you like any idols, Anis? Nope. Well, wow, that was decisive. I figured you'd at least have one. If I had to pick one, I occasionally go to Tenebria's concerts, but not often enough to call myself a fan. I don't dislike music or concerts, but I've never really been drawn to them, and they didn't seem useful, so I stopped paying attention. Looking for practical value in music, you really are one of a kind, Anis. Do you like idol music, Hilda? Me, I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm in a similar boat. If there were 48 hours in a day, I'd listen, but as you can see, there's a lot to get done. That said, being too full of indifference means falling behind, so I'm planning to go to a concert with Vanessa and Uni soon. Vanessa absolutely loves idols. She says idols are the greatest remedy humanity has ever created, or something like that. She was so adamant that I figured I'd give in just this once. Anis looked at her steadily. You all get along really well. Vanessa is a great friend. I don't think there's anyone else that's as proud as she is to be a soldier. I see, I've never met someone like that. Really, I always thought Protoss were the epitome of responsibility. We have rules set out for us, and all we do is follow them. We don't really choose things for ourselves or cherish them. There are plenty of Protoss who just obey without a second thought. But being a Protoss is an extreme job. Your death could come at any moment. If you start thinking about all that, your head might just explode. Time always flies when we're chatting. Alright, inspection done. Why don't we treat ourselves to a sweet little break before the sortie? It's good to eat a solid meal before a sortie. Honey harvesting missions have especially short rest windows. She handed out instant coffee, ration hand tag, snacks, a chocolate bar, and some candy, and Anis accepted them without complaint. Thanks. Normally a special meal would be served around this time, but we've been so busy that we haven't been able to give you a proper welcome. Either way, congratulations on joining Fireteam Fox, Agnes. Once the mission is finished, I'll fix that. Is it really okay for me to tag along? What are you talking about? You're a core asset to Fireteam Fox. Alright, these crackers are good. Those aren't crackers, they're hardtack. Haven't you had them before? The Empire's combat rations come in a much more streamlined form. Fair enough, Iron Rain is a bit old-fashioned compared to the Empire. Agnes polished off not only the hardtack but also star-shaped candy, instant coffee, and chocolate bar without hesitation. How do you end up all the way out here with the rough and tumble Iron Rain, Agnes? We have higher casualty rates and Protoss performance scores are noticeably lower on missions. Protoss like you usually have no reason to come here. Did you fail out at the academy and come here to make up for it? No, nothing like that. I volunteered. Agnes, you don't have to make excuses. It's an open secret that Iron Rain is opposed for washed-up veterans and dumping ground for Protoss Academy of washouts. Now that I give you a hard time for your grades, you're the most of any Protoss I've ever seen. I graduated top of my class. Impressive. What did you say? I graduated top of my class. I was originally on standby for assignments to Tryon, but I requested a transfer to Iron Rain. You're kidding, right? There's no reason to pass up a cushy post like Tryon to come here. Protoss are responsible for protecting the galaxy from chaos. It's only logical that the more capable a Protoss is, the more dangerous the area they're sent to. That's what we were taught at the Academy. Oh, straight out of the Academy textbook, and you actually followed through on it too. If I were you, I'd have gone straight to Tryon and stayed flat on my back until retirement. The survival rate of an entire unit depends on what the Protoss does, so it's only right that the most capable Protoss goes to the most difficult and dangerous place. With great power comes great responsibility. Hold on, you can't just drop a legendary line like that so casually. Say things like that and great power might just be followed by even greater problems. Even though I don't think that'll happen with you, Agnes. The strongest trees are the ones most likely to snap. Maybe this was when she began to worry about Agnes and her overwhelming sense of duty. Hey, you two. I heard you were doing an equipment check, so I wanted to commend you both on your hard work, but you weren't there. I got worried you'd been dragged off to dig ditches somewhere, but here you are, just kicking back, doing nothing. Doing nothing? What are you talking about? I was creating a bond of camaraderie thicker than honey. There's some hardtack left. Want some? I'm sick of hardtack and candy. Once this mission's done, I'm heading to a fancy seafood restaurant and ordering fish. Agnes, this is your first time harvesting invader honey, right? I've done some simulation training at the academy before. Real combat is totally different from those tame classroom lessons. The manual is just a reference. Real combat means reinterpreting that reference every single time. Never forget that danger can come from anywhere at any time. Vanessa and Agnes is leading from here on out. And then let's call this a mission briefing from someone with field experience. Somehow I feel like you'll all manage just fine without me. What are you talking about? A sortie into chaos without a Protoss is absolutely out of the question. Our Team Fox isn't foolish enough to do something that reckless. That's just my way of saying I trust you all. Trusting us already is just the power of a Protoss. Well, gear inspection is done. It won't exactly be a tough mission either, so let's get moving. Alright, we need a toast before the sortie. Everyone raise your cups. Vanessa held up her coffee cup as Hilda raised hers as well, and Agnes watched and reflexively picked up her coffee cup as well. I'll do the toast to a safe and flawless invader honey harvest, and to Agnes' sense of duty, may she forever be a model of all Protoss to follow. And then tragedy struck later on. Man, that's sad. Alright, let's see. The agents who have finished their investigation gather in front of the emergency escape capsule. Anika appears to have recovered enough to stand on her own without help from anyone around her.
万華鏡の孵化場と近くの小型カオスの分析データを発見しました。もともと万華鏡の孵化場に向かっていた艦船なのでおかしくはないですが、アネスの持ち物と一緒に発見されたという点が怪しくて。
アネスは最初からここへ来るためにブルーファルコン号にこっそり乗り込んだのでしょうか。私はカオスのコアに関する帝国の機密報告書を見つけました。アイアンレインにはアクセス権限がない書類なので、 アネスが持ってきたものに違いありません。
行方不明のファーストの名簿も見つけたよ。最近帝国に報告された行方不明者には全部バツ印がついてた。死亡当時の姿を撮影した写真も貼ってあるけど、大抵はカオスのコア近くで撮影されたみたいだね。
証拠は明確ね。アネスはおそらくカオスのコア付近に移動したのでしょう。もしそこにいないとしても、カオスのコアを浄化すれば視野が確保されて追跡を続行できるわ。
Playing more debatable for our closest. I've been like doing the dailies, right? But there's so much, but there's like so much other stuff I gotta do, right? I do want to like play. I do want to like stream more of the beta, but there's like a lot of stuff I gotta do first. I'm still playing the game daily, right? Except I haven't been doing more story, right? I want to do that on stream, but I want to do all the other stuff that I have planned first. Yeah, but I've been like I'm still like logging in daily and stuff, right? I got the motorcycle for that one character, the character that I got, right? I got her signature motorcycle.
小型カオスだし、浄化自体は問題ないはず。そうよね、艦長。
Oh yeah, Luigi, by the way, JP, who were siding with Nexon, are now like getting very angry. Now all of a sudden, when the new gacha system was released, right? When the new gacha system was released today on JP's side, yeah, they're mad now. There were people like siding with Nexon, and now most of the people are like just playing up, are just like very angry after doing their polls on the limited banners, right? So, yippee yep. Yeah, now they're mad again. So yeah, so I saw people like go upwards towards like 100, between like 100 200, and then having their points reset, and then having to do another 100, and then yeah, it's painful, dude. New gacha is painful. And not to mention, if you do end up getting a character, right? If you do end up getting a character, one of the banner characters, you are hit with a fucking ad for that character to buy their pack. So yeah. Apparently they every time that you get a on-banner character, you get slapped in the face by an ad to buy the character packs. The character packs are new, right? The character packs you get character mats plus some character elifs to upgrade your characters. So yeah, dude, Code is here. He hasn't been here in so long. We almost forgotten all about Code, man. Can you believe that? Purifying the chaos and ascertaining Anis's identities are top priority. I'm back. Yeah, dude. However, we need to be careful about engaging Anis in a direct confrontation. So yeah, I'm planning like after the story, I'm gonna play more I'm gonna play more Arkham Asylum, right?
時間を稼げばアイアンレイン号からバックアップが来る。
Because I really want to play Arkham City, right? Like I really want to play Arkham City. I've never played Arkham City and Arkham Knight. I've never played those two games. The only Batman game that I've played was Arkham Asylum, and that was like back in 2010 or 11. So yeah, that was like a long time ago.
余裕ぶってアネスを取り逃がせば、さらに大きな問題に発展しかねない。みんな。
And not to mention, they are the Arkham Asylum is Year 1 edition, and Arkham City is Game of the Year edition, I think. So Game of the Year or something edition, like some sort of edition. So.
足手まといにはならないようにする。
バッファロー破壊工作班たるもの。爆弾の一つや二つはお見舞いしないとね。
Yeah, here's the thing, right? I got like all 3 Batman games for from the Epic Games free games that week, so that was great.
最強のフォックス正体がお供します。
インベーダーなら任せて。どんなモンスターでも完璧に攻略してみせるから。今回は誰も死なないといいんだけど。この湿度、この空気、ビビッときた。あと3歩で隠れてた敵がジャジャーンって出てくるよ。
本当ですか？
おっと、2歩半だったね。
そこをどいて。
With Anika's attack, not only the monster that startled Owen, but also the smaller monsters nearby are all sent flying in one hit.
おお、ずいぶん張り切ってるね。でもしょっぱなから無理はしないで。後で体力つけちゃうよ。
無理なんかしてないわ。ただちゃんと実力を見せられないまま失敗しちゃったのが悔しいだけ。私だって本当は。
No ads. Sorry, but ads are a must, I guess.
この通り。強いんだから。
Every time Anika swings her weapon, monsters are swept away in an explosion. Hilda watches the sight while spinning an arrow in her hand, then draws the bowstring and fires at a distant rock. The arrowhead, made of special material that grinds against the rock, produces sharp and threatening sound.
敵のか乱に使える技だよ。これで近くにいるモンスターの一部はあっちに向かうだろうね。あと興奮してる仲間の注意喚起にも効果抜群かな。
アニカ。
分かった。もう無理しない。
そう来なくちゃ。
And that's the leadership skills you'd expect from a commander.
もうまったくだよ。私は適度に働いて、適度に昇進して、適度に楽したいだけなのに、優秀すぎるのも困りものなんだよね。艦長、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだ。艦長は仲間を助けるために自分の命を捧げられる
？Well, rather than whether I could, I'd say I've generally been the one laying my life on the line.
そっか。それなのによく今まで生きてこれたね。仲間にもすっごく心配されたんじゃない？
I can't deny that.
見ればわかるよ。私、小隊長になってからはいつも仲間の命が最優先なんだ。無理に敵陣を突破するとか、めちゃくちゃ強いモンスターと戦うよりは全員の生還を優先するってこと。もちろん指揮がめんどくさいからじゃなくて、万が一の事態を避けるためには仕方ないというか、艦長がどんな宇宙規模の使命を背負っていようが、そっちの要員たちがどれほど必死にアネスを追いかけようが、私の目標は一つ。私にとって大切な人たちを無事生還させることだよ。この気持ち分かってくれるよね？
I feel the same. My agents come first.
病院か。自分のことは計算に入れてないような言い方だね。もう一つだけ聞きたいんだけど、アイアンレインにいる他のファーストたちは自分の命を守るために必死なのに、艦長は全然そんな感じがしないんだよね。どうしてだと思う？
艦長、ルートを再確認したいわ。もう一度位置をチェックしてもらえるかしら。
Oh, sorry, I'll check.
カオス内ではファーストの指揮を邪魔しない方がいいわ。今後は気をつけてちょうだい。
はいはい、わかりました。
While remapping the route based on the invader monster's movements and the position of the Chaos Core, she sinks into thought. If a Protoss is someone who finds the way within chaos, and the captain of the SS Nightmare's mission is to purify the chaos, then the will to lay down one's life for those around them is not an obligation, it is a choice. Why had Anis targeted and killed only the Protoss? Of all people. Racked my brain for the answer, but only the chaos route emerged. No reason came to me. Let's move for now.
よーし、一仕事しますか。
Substory, Fox and Buffalo. Hilda, I get that the SS Nightmare agents are outsiders, but aren't you being a little too accommodating? We're the only ones setting up camp. If you keep being nice, they'll start thinking we'll always do it. It's fine, I was the one who suggested it. It's our first joint mission after all. I figured we could show them a little hospitality. In exchange, I'm going to ask the SS Nightmare agents to do scouting tomorrow. What do you think? Yeah, that sounds like an even trade of duties. When it came time to rest, Fireteam Fox took charge of the camp setup. The SS Nightmare agents offered to help, but were turned down. It was a matter of honor to Iron Rain. Building a base camp is Iron Rain's pride and joy. There's no way we're handing this sacred duty over to people from the Empire. Hilda, you can just say that you wanted to set up camp yourself. Everyone knows you're a camping fanatic. Don't get the wrong idea, it's simply out of necessity. Only real Iron Rain agents should be more well-versed in situations like this than anyone better to let the more experienced handle it. Then you can just do it all by yourself, Hilda. Set up the traps, pitch the tents. No, wait, the leader of Buffalo Bomb Squad is going to help me, right? I'll decide after I see what the leader of Fireteam Fox does. Anika, this is the perfect chance to show those folks from the Empire what Iron Rain is made of. We have to do it anyway, so let's just get it over with. Uni and I will check out the surrounding area and then set up an alarm system. Anika and Janet, you two set up a defensive perimeter. Fine, alright, not like anyone can stop you. Great, then everyone split up. A little while later. Traps placed. Automated turret installed. Surrounding area check, no threats detected. I set up the quantum vibration sensors all around, so we'll get a signal if any monsters show up now. Alright, then let's get started. Getting this base camp set up. Everyone pulled their entrenching tools out of their pockets and started digging in unison to fortify the position. You need to dig a drainage ditch over there. Yes, ma'am, leave it to me. Janet, check for any weeds or mushroom spores just in case. Alright. Anika and I will level the ground for the tent. The digging continued, fast and precise. It's been a really long time since the four of us set up camp together, hasn't it? We didn't have any joint missions last year, so yeah, it's been a while. It's also been a while since we started from scratch digging. Doing this makes me think back to our first joint field operation. But really, that was so much fun. Wasn't that the day Anika made mistake after mistake? That was the day Anika went and activated Janet's turret and at camp without permission. I was absolutely flabbergasted. That's right, it made that moment monumental boom. Good thing it was just training. If it had been real combat, our position would have been blown. We'd have lost equipment and the damage would have been enormous. We also forgot the cooking gear that day, so we almost starved. I remember Hilda started a fire with flint and cooked for us. We had explosives and firearms to spare, but no camp stove to cook with. I thought we were filming a sitcom. Wasn't Annika in charge of cooking that day too? Hey, stop bringing that up, it's embarrassing. I don't mind any mistakes entertaining you, but if you keep bringing them up, they'll stop being funny. But Annika, you were laughing so hard you were practically in stitches with us. Uni, is that really all you remember? I remember other things too, like chatting during repetitive work makes time fly. Before they knew it, the digging was done and a firm level patch of ground was laid out in front of them. Alright, the ground prep is almost done, so let's pitch the tents. Now time for a pop quiz. Given our current team size, what is the correct way to set up camp? Whoever gets it right will win a prize, a heartfelt compliment from your commander. We would pitch several A-frame tents in pairs of 2. Wrong, that would scatter our fighting strength in an emergency, wouldn't it? So what's your answer, Annika? If I gave you my answer, it'd be so perfect it wouldn't be any fun, so I'll pass the honor to Janet. 2 large pentagon tents with 1 T-shaped tent for storage should be enough. 1 pentagon tent for the SS Nightmare agents, the other for us. Then we store the key equipment and the T-shaped tent connected to ours so we can keep an eye on it. Ding ding ding, that's correct, exactly what I expected. The Iron Reign's finest turret specialist, Janet. Next. There's more? If we're pitching tents anyway, doing it the regular way would be boring. Wow, this kind of event doesn't come around every day. In Iron Reign's traditional folk game, the tent pitching speed contest. Are you out of your mind? That's not fair. Nobody here can beat you. You want fair? Then I'll pitch the tent with just 1 hand this time. I'll still win, of course. Hilda, you're way too confident. I think it's time to take you down a peg. Pitching a tent is way easier than setting up a turret. I'm in. What about you, Uni? Sounds like fun. Alright then, Annika and Janet are Team A, Uni and I are Team B. Losing team pulls early morning watch. I'll flip this coin and then when it hits the ground, we start. 1, 2, 3. The moment the spinning coin hit the ground, all 4 of them took off running as if racing each other, and the contest begins. Uni, you remember what I taught you, right? Yes, I would rather die than pull early morning watch. This is finally our chance to beat Hilda. They're fired up. Alright, let's give it our best. Each of them busily begins setting up their tent. The occasional battle cries and bursts of laughter echo through the clearing before fading away. Ah. Alright. I guess let's see.
久しぶりに弓を引いたら筋肉がバキバキだよ。ユニちょっと腕もんで。
はい、小隊長。
生き返る。そこだよそこ。今揉んでるとこが一番。痛いよ。
痛いくらいじゃないと効果がないですよ。やるならしっかり揉んでおかないと。あと普段からもう少し鍛えたらどうですか？武器を使ったくらいで筋肉痛とか軍人としてありえないです。
弓は軽いけど弦の張力があるから連続して使うと銃よりずっと。痛い。やめて、許して。
作成の時はすごいと思っても、ああいうところを見るとどうも頼りないのよね。
そうなのよ。後ろでサボって部下たちに怒られてばっかりだし。でもフォックス小隊の小隊長としてヒルデ以上の適任者がいないのも事実よ。銃器さえ扱えたなら今よりずっと名の知れた部隊になってたんじゃないかしら。
それを聞くとさらに頼りなく思えてきたわ。
痛いってば。艦長、ちょっと変わってくれない？ は任せらんないよ。
And you can trust
何よ
me.
りはマシじゃない？早く。見たいよ。
Hilda holds out one arm and stamps her feet, hamming up the pain. I take her wrist and give it a quick look, but with her baggy sleeves the way I figured massaging with my bare hands won't do much good.
ああ、上着を着たままだと揉みにくいよね。じゃあちょっと脱いで。全然揉みにくくないですけど。
艦長、他人の腕を揉む暇があるなら自分の体調をチェックしたらどうかしら。
Hilda's arm is pulled by Uni and mine by Renault, and we're dragged off in opposite directions.
助けて、艦長。
I don't really mind, but
艦長。
after getting enough rest, we pressed on deeper inside. Hilda showed off her brilliant archery as if her earlier complaints about the pain had all been inact. Renoa and Annika and the other agents also stayed in good shape as they continued fighting.
この調子で進んでいくとね。じゃじゃーん、巨大な難関の登場。
Colossal pit blocks the path of what had seemed like an unstoppable march.
みんな群れの君主って知ってる？
最も巨大なインベーダーモンスターの一種で建物や戦艦に匹敵する個体ね。
正解。さすがナイトメア号の副艦長。それじゃあ群れの君主に出会った場合の対処法は？
内側にインベーダーの群れがいる可能性があり、全面対決は戦力の損失につながりかねない。今の戦力で勝てなくはないけれど、アネスと対峙する場合を考えると避けて通った方が無難でし
ょ。やっぱりそうなんだ。そう言うと思ったよ。予想通りだね。
オリジナルの対応策でもあるのかしら。
いやいや、オリジナルってほどでも？学べば誰にでも使える方法だからさ。
口ではそう言っても小隊長、自分の腕前を披露できるからってすっごくウキウキしてますね。
何を言う。私はただこの難関をスムーズに解決するために。出ました。
さっきも言った通り、全面対決は避けるべきよ。分かってるわね。
そりゃあもちろん心配いらないよ。さて、この特殊な矢を奴の嗅覚器官が集中している顔面部に。
Hilda swiftly grabs an arrow and draws bowstring in one fluid motion. A satisfied smile plays at the corner of her lips. The moment she releases the string, the arrow flies in and strikes the Brood Lord's square in the head. The arrow drops limply and the Brood Lord turns to look at Hilda, its countless legs writhing. That did absolutely nothing, bro.
ユニ、ごめんね。
Bro, she's so dramatic.
ここは私たちで食い止めるから、みんなは早く逃げて。できるよね、ユニ。私も残るんですか
The Brood Lord rears back and raises its massive forelegs. If it comes crashing down like this, even if the attack itself is dodged, the formation could be disrupted and all agents could be thrown into disarray.
油断させておいて。 敵の矢とセットの仕込みをもう一発。
What the fuck? Where did he fire that? Hilda immediately fires another arrow. This time the arrow strikes not the Brood Lord's head, but the distant cloud in the sky. The longer the arrow hangs in air, the more vividly its whistling can be heard.
矢がすごく遠くに飛んでいってしまいま。
どうしましょう。今からでも逃げた方が。
安心して、これで終わりだから。あの矢はおとりなんだ。
Yeah, give me a second. Hold on, wait. I gotta like message something. Hold on. Okay.
おとりですか？
Broodlord turns its head to follow the arrow's trajectory, then wheels its entire body toward where the arrow had landed. Then it rubs its forelegs together near its head, licking its mandibles in anticipation. It moves in the direction the arrow flew. Distinctive tremors. Hold on, wait a second. Wait a minute, hold on, I gotta search something up here. Oh my, so this is real.
Invader が好む匂いを矢尻に含ませたんだ。まず匂いを嗅がせて、それから遠くへもう一発飛ばして誘導するってわけ。弓じゃなきゃできない芸当だよ。
道理であまり慌ててないと思ったわ。
私の演技は完璧だったはず。館長はびっくりしたでしょ。
I'm surprised. Actually, I knew. Yeah. Well played and know it all.
まあ、むしろ良かったかも。そういう人なら仕事に信頼がおけるっていうか。
勝手に気に入られても困るんだけど。
Hilda walks away, leaving Renoa staring after her with displeasure. Her slender waist moves flexibly beneath the folding bow she has equipped on her jacket. Her retreating figure, like a fox swishing its tail to throw the battlefield into disarray, reminds me once more of where she belongs. Gotta love it whenever Renoa gets jealous, dude.
"古典軍事理論には重心って概念があるんだけどね。
Watch out.
それ自体は最前線から後方の部隊までの距離を意味するものだけど、単なる空間的概念として考えてはならない。時間、空間、資源、全ての側面に重心がある。それらを考慮して兵を指揮する必要があるのよね。そういう意味で私はこのオープニングが一番好きなんだ。 BF4。
The London system is
安
it?
定的に空間を活用し、無理な攻撃で資源を消耗したりしない。そして相手が先に攻撃の限界点に到達するよう誘導する。
So you're saying you'll move in step with my next move?
ちょっと意地悪だったかな。
Let me take my time and read the situation too. Looks like I'll need to push hard.
相変わらず無茶をするね。よっぽどの攻撃じゃなきゃ突破できないよ。頑張って。
I played chess with Hilda while we made our way to the destination. No pieces needed. We pictured the chessboard in our heads and called out each piece's move aloud.
こないだステラファミリアにあったんだよね。白の駒みたいに真っ白なホワイトアルタイルだったよ。勇まし艦長は黒の駒だからブラックスピカかな。目的のためなら手段は選ばない。生粋の悪党。自分の命を投じても相手の首を取り、報酬をむしり取るのが彼らのやり方とか。艦長はどう思う？
You knew I was going to attack with the king.
艦長ならそうすると思ったからね。
I may not be Black Spica, but I can borrow their
ずるいの
tactics.
それじゃあ私は
The game would fall apart the moment memory gave out, but since we'd be setting it aside the moment we reached this chaos core, it didn't matter. If ease breeds carelessness, then fear breeds mistakes. When facing a being like Anis, it's better to maintain at least a little of one's usual composure rather than be wound too tight.
ヒルデがあんなに楽しそうな顔するのって久しぶりね。
アニカさんもよくヒルデさんと対局してませんでしたっけ？時々武器庫で一緒にいるのを見かけましたが。
まあそうだけど、いつもはのらりくらりサボってるようでも本当は好奇心旺盛なやつなの。一度ハマったら何日も徹夜で掘り下げて完璧な攻略を見つける。私と遊ぶのはもう飽きたってことね。あんなに世話焼かせておいて。
アニカ、ずっといじけてるなんてお前らしくない。私に言えたことじゃないが、こんな時こそ普段通りにした方がいいだろ。
ジャネット、確かにこのままじゃ武器も満足に震えないまま倒れちゃうかもね。よし、元気出しますか。艦長、私とも対戦してちょうだい。二人同時くらい。艦長なら余裕でしょ。
Anika, I've never tried.
なに実は羨ましかった？それともアニカも艦長に興味が湧いたとか？
私はもともとヒルデよりは艦長みたいなタイプと馬が合うの。
ひどい。艦長、二人がかりだからって手加減しないから。 覚悟してよね。
まったく聞いて呆れるわ。ヒルデ、アニカ、まずは前方のキノコを調査してもらえるかしら。
キノコ？
Where Renoa gestured with her chin, stood a mushroom towering 3 or 4 times taller than a person. Spores clearly visible to the naked eye drifted around the mushroom. It was clearly a specimen familiar even to the agents of the SS Nightmare. The spore mushroom.
へえ、知ってるんだ。魅力的な胞子を振りまくキノコだね。何も知らずに近づくと大半は虫の餌になっちゃうけど、一度吸い込めば快感に襲われ、2度目には頭がパチパチ、3度目には凄まじい不快感と神経過敏のみを残す魔法の粉です。吸っても命に別状はないけど、作戦遂行にはかなり支障をきたす。気をつけないとだね。よって私たちはキノコを大きく迂回して、
どうしたの？
今アネスの声が聞こえなかった。
何を言っているの？アネスの声なんて何も。ん？艦長、今何か言った？
I didn't say anything. Not just Hilda and Renoa, every agent in the vicinity glances around at the empty air. Each of them vividly hears a different person's voice and wanders in search of its source. Only in massive spore mushroom, the hazy mist of spores, and the low drone of the insects can be detected.
わかった。胞子と同じ成分で人間を惑わすインベーダーモンスター。まさかもう。
Following the source of the insect sound step by step. A voice comes through, too clear to dismiss as a hallucination conjured by a monster.
愛している。愛しているわ、艦長。私を覚えていて。
The voice soon takes shape, and the shape throws my senses off. Instinctively, a hand closes around the watch, hanging it from my neck. It is the unique link between the voice's owners and me. It felt like it would hold the key to this situation. With the other hand, an arm reaches out toward the owner of the voice. Fingertips brush against hair. Looking closely, it isn't ash gray. It is a black tinge with violet.
艦長、このモンスターは幻覚と幻聴で、その人が普段考えていることや強烈な欲望をごちゃ混ぜにする。
But I presses one hand over her nose and mouth, takes a slow deep breath. The ground gradually fades and the figure staggers repeatedly as if struggling to stay upright.
効果は長続きしないけど、かなり声、きっと数が多いんだね。このままじゃ幻覚がさらに強くなって食われるかも。
The insect sounds wrap the surrounding space completely. My body, which had been impossible to control, finds itself laid out on a plush sofa, and Hilda slowly climbs on top. Bruh.
艦長、小隊長になってから私が一番大事にしてるのは誰一人死んでは
Hilda straddles the fallen torso and rummages through the jacket's pocket while she pulls out a small round chip. The jacket slides off smoothly as if someone tugged it from behind. As the folding bow clatters to the floor, Hilda places the circular chip between her teeth. A sweet yet metallic scent drifts around the tip of my nose. Hilda leans in with a fox-like grace until her cheek nearly touches mine.
艦長は絶対自分を犠牲にしないで。
Bro, dude, if Renoa saw this, dude, she would be shooting bullets right now.
艦長、私に身を委ねて聞いてる？艦長、艦長は死んじゃダメだよ。愛している、愛しているわ、艦長。
Hilda's voice splits into two, not just Hilda. The surrounding scenery splits in half as well, drifting apart to the left and right. One Hilda dissolves into smoke and vanishes, while the other spits out the chip she had been holding in her mouth.
幻覚治療キットだよ。手で開けてもいいけど、硬すぎるから噛みちぎるのが一番早いんだよね。ところで、私の服と弓は。
ヒルで、私にも。
はあ、やっぱりあんただったのね、アニカ。ほら、しっかりして。ここで虫の餌になるわけにはいかないでしょ。
When Hilda holds the treatment kit up to Annika's nose, the vacant eyes regain their focus.
あれ？確かさっきまで。
While Annika comes to her senses, Hilda uses the treatment kit on the other agents. The agents quickly regain their composure and return to their original formation, among them Renoa.
確かさっきまで艦長と。
I didn't do anything, don't worry. For a while, she couldn't meet anyone's eyes for some reason, but she soon fully came to her senses and returned to her
治
position.
療キットがなきゃ、もっと長い時間幻覚にとらわれてた。そしたら今頃、あそこにやってきた奴らの餌食になってただろうね。
What's up, Barry? Turning in the direction Hilda points with the tip of her arrowhead, a pack of invader monsters with distinctive appearances comes into view. Got all the events yesterday? Yeah. Yep, I got all the events yesterday. Monsters emitting their peculiar sound scatter their signature spores as they gradually close in.
艦長、指示を出して。
Don't rush. Don't push in recklessly. Use the space to fight.
了解。さーて、気合弓の名手の腕、
Ooh,
見
okay.
せてあげる。一気に仕留
We'll
める
read
よ。
later. Ah. Let's skip through the trauma code. We'll read later.
さーて、ひりゃ弓の名手。さーて、気合い入れていくよ。
Drop for each move. Oh.
今がチャンス。弓の名手の腕、見せてあげる。全部見えてるよ。
That's neat.
さーて、気合い入れていくよ。
Wait, what's this do? 4, 6, 8. Ooh, drop through. Ooh. Hilda's a pretty cool character. When the monsters were defeated, the spores scattered completely like smoke dissolving to the air. Our sense of direction quickly returned to normal, and the distance to the Chaos Core could be gauged
どう
perfectly.
艦長。
We're not far from the deepest point
よ
now.
かった。じゃあどんどん行こっか。ところで艦長、さっきどんな幻覚を見たのかな。私
That's
はね、最初はアネス、最後には艦長を見たんだ。だからおあいこってことでいいよね。
even. Hilda pretends to bite the treatment kit like in the hallucination, then strides ahead as if swishing a tail behind her. My sense of direction is restored, but it made me wonder if I were still inside a hallucination. Oh, this is the last one. All right. Right, yeah, nice. And then I'll annihilate the Chaos Core. Yep. Approaching the Chaos Core, the analyzed data is transmitted to the SS Nightmare. Precise and powerful burst of energy fires from the SS Nightmare. Chaos Annihilation Cannon, a thunderous roar, and a sandstorm sweep through the area, yet even that feels like a pleasant breeze.
こんなに簡単にコアを破壊するなんてやっぱナイトメア号だね。すごく心配だったけどよかった。
Were you afraid we'd fail to purify the chaos? BDV.
そうだね。ポットで見つかったファーストのリスト
Good
覚えてる
job. Keep feeding Eevee, and maybe one day Eevee will get to level 45, and then I'll change it to a white fox. Yeah, it's a winter fox. Yeah, he said it had the names of missing Protoss on it.
始末完了と言わんばかりにバツ印をつ
Why
け
don't you
て
feed Eevee?
死亡時の写
Because my
真も貼って
points,
あっ
my
た。
contributions do not contribute anything to Eevee's level ups. That's why. Oh, is it like only viewers' contributions will level up Eevee? Yeah.
たった一人。
Well, guess what? I would feed her, but Eevee doesn't take any level up points when I feed her.
艦長を除いてね。
Me?
アネスの次のターゲットはおそらく艦長だよ。
Excuses. What do you mean excuses? Well, why don't you give Eevee something to drink, dude? Maybe that'll give Eevee a boost of XP.
何らかの理由で退却したか、それとも他の罠があるかはまだわからない。
That's marble.
でも確かなのは一息つくくらいの時間は稼げたってことだね。十分に。
Don't take too long to relax, you understand?
私のことサボり待って思ってない？ただずっと緊張してたんだよ。艦長が死ぬかもって。
Why? You were worried.
結構気に入ったからね。似てるところも違うところもあって、こんなに話が通じる人は久しぶりだったし、だからあえて教えなかった。
Redeem hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. I gotta get another drink too. I'm out of this one. Alright.
仲間のために命を捧げられるかって聞いたの。
I'll
覚えてる？
grab another drink when I switch games after this. That's for Eevee. Too bad! Too bad!
狙われてると知ったら艦長は自分の
That
命を
one
かけ
is
てで
for
も
me.
アネスを捕まえようとしたり
Eevee has her own hydrate redeem points.
今もどうすればアネスをおびき出せるか考えてる。違う？ほら、図星だね。
Only one hydrate. Yeah, there's one hydrate, and then there's one at the very bottom, right? At the very, very bottom, right? Don't want to make it continuously drink. There's a cooldown on that. Don't worry. That's how you know he doesn't actually have gas. No better treat their pet like this. Well, there's a cooldown on that one, so too bad. I'll put the cooldown to 1 hour if I have to. I'll survive in without fail with you. I'll have a deep and meaningful debate about firearms. What are you talking about, guys?
それって
You should know what's up. No, he
私の真似
doesn't.
艦長、ますます気に入ったよ。
Code. Code. You don't know what you're talking about. Little jabs and elbow into my side. The chaos fog is lifted, opening up a clear view into the distance. And then even the gaze watching from beyond the chaos comes into sharp focus. See, everyone knows you. Hell no. No one knows jack shit. Steel bearing a blade as fragment charged forward like a comet. A maddened glare pierces the mind, and unrelenting greed lunges to devour the soul.
艦長、 どうしたの？
At the same moment, I sense a pull of gravity acting between our respective positions. A cord drawn taut like as a bowstring between 2 points stirs a sense of deja vu, much like the feeling I had when I first saw Ines. Your fake cats won't save you. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. I do own cats. I have 2 cats, alright?
何が？どこか？見てください！すごい宝石の山ですよ！
I turn my head towards where Ray's voice came from, as if released from my bonds. My body and mind feel free once more.
カオスではあまり見かけないものね。ダークスターの戦利
And I am the
品
queen of season. Hell no, dude. You don't know what you're talking about.
品質保証書や名刺なんかもあるわ。黒字に白文字で何か書いてあるけど。
White text on a black background. I approach Annika and Renoa and take a closer look. In Renoa's hand is a sleek, crisp black business card, and a piece of paper with the same appearance drifts through a faint memory. I carefully trace through the faint memory step by step. Proto's memory freedom capsule. Why no cursing? This is definitely the one that was in the capsule.
みんな下がりなさい。宝石に手を出すと厄介なことになりかねないわ。名刺に奴らの紋章が刻まれているの。
At that moment, the sharp click of heels echoes through the air. By the time I turn to look, the owner of those footsteps has drawn far closer than the presence I'd sense suggested. The gait was both stealthily and alluring, and the nonchalant smile was serene. Story stuff yet? Nope, I haven't, but I think I got the gist of it, honestly. They incorporated, like, the time looping stuff, didn't they? So I think I got the gist of it. I don't want to read all of chapter 1 again. Actually, I think they put them into like separate, smaller, and in like separate stages, right? So, you know, animation is annoying. I don't really care. I don't really care about that. So, well, Annika and Hilda exchanged glances as if to ask whether the other knew who this person was. Renoa held her breath and glared at the woman. Also, who's the new new CEO? Like somebody became the new CEO at Smilegate, right? It's like you don't care about EV. Hell, no, what are you talking about? So who's the new CEO of Smilegate?
私のお気に入りはここにあったのね。ベロニカ、観戦に運びなさい。向こうとは私が直接話をつけるわ。
ステラファミリアの中でも報酬さえ払えば手段を選ばず依頼を達成する集団、ブラックスピカの団長が直々にお出まして珍しいこともあるのね。
With who was an employee with EA, right? We all know how that turned out for Blue Archive there. Oh, who's that? Oh, that one? That's the next new character, I think.
自己紹介もまだなのに光栄と言うべきかしら。アラベラよ、以後お見知りおきを。
武器を置いて止まりなさい。じゃないと撃つわ。
Oh yeah, Veronica there.
あら、私たち何か失礼をしてしまったかしら。
Okay, based on the comments, people want nerfs? What? Hold on, wait. This one guy says hopefully the next CEO has some common sense and integrity to start nerfing all the overpowered garbage. This person wants nerfs? Oh. So wait, do people really want people to nerf stuff in this game? There's 2 new people. Or nerf bars.
むし
Personally,
ろお礼を
I
言い
hate
に来た
balance.
のよ。なくした宝石を見つけてくれた恩人たちにね。うちの観戦でお茶でもどうかしら。
団長、私動いてもいいんですか？
But is it a solo player game? It is, yeah. But so is SLC, isn't it? Like SLC has a lot of power creep issues, power creep issues. Wait, what's the word? Everyone remains useful, yeah. Hopefully they're not gonna like make any like garbage changes though. The new CEO. We all saw how a new CEO to Nexon and Blue Archive and ended up. So hopefully it's not gonna be as worse as that one.
もちろんよ。向こうはどうせ私たちを撃てないわ。
動くなと言ったはずよ。私たちは帝国で指名手配中の連続殺人犯を追っているわ。ここはそれがブラックスピカならなおさらね。
Bring in EA CEO Shirley. Nah, man. Nah, man, after the decision to make the new gacha system for Blue Archive, dude, like, I'm pretty sure revenues might have went down because of that.
あら、それはちょっと悲しいわね。
Like, honestly, like, changing a gacha system way late into the game's lifespan is honestly such a brain-dead move.
どうすれば私たちを信じてくれるのかしら。
Currently, right? So far, Blue Archive's not doing so well. A lot of people are leaving and not spending anything. Not to mention, dude, Blue Archive, the new gacha, apparently, every time you pick up a on-banner character, you are hit with a pop-up ad to buy that character pack. Character packs are new that they added, and they every time you pick up a banner character, you see that pop-up ad. Man, that's gonna be so freaking annoying. True. You talk about. I mean, like, they replaced the whole gacha thing with 50-50 pity with a 200 guarantee pull. Free to play. People were free to play in PA. People would buy pulls to spark a unit, pretty much, right? So you would pull. So if you get a character at 150 pulls, and then you pretty much have to do 50 more pulls to get the other banner character via spark. You can't do it anymore because the banners all reset their pity. As Arabella tilts her head slightly and meet the gaze of her gently curved eyes, Arabella traces the tip of her index finger along her cheek and continues. Oh, yep. So basically, yeah, the whole spark system is completely gone on JP's side, right? On Global, it's still there. It won't be implemented until like 6 months later. Go to yes, but if you were to get a character at 150, one of the banner characters at 150, all you have to do is put 50 more pulls into the banner and to get the other banner character, right? But now, if you get a character at 150, then the points reset, and then you'll have to pull 100 again to get to 50-50 on the other banner. And if you do fail 50-50 on that banner again, then you'll have to pull even more, up to 200 to get the guarantee. But that's if you get a 150. Well, if you get between like 100 and 200. I saw a lot of posts on JP's side that they pulled up to 190. They got the character, but then pity reset, right? So then to get the other banner character, they'd have to pull again up to 100 instead of just putting in 10 more to get the banner character, to get the second banner character. It's guaranteed at 150. Nope. They added a 50-50 system at 100 pulls, right? And then at 100 pulls, if you don't get the character, and then you keep pulling, and then you get a character at between 100 and 200, the pity entirely reset. Oh, why they changed that? Because they want to make more money, according to the devs themselves, right? Like currently, millions of people who play Blue Archive are really pissed at that change that they're removing the spark system, because they would end up having to pull more in the worst during a worst outcome, right? So say that you are pulling in the new system, and then you lose 50-50 on the 100th pull, right? You would pull up to 100 more on the banner to try and reach guaranteed. And then if you were to get a banner character between 100 and 200, the points will all reset, right? They don't care. Yeah, pretty much. Currently, right? Yeah, they should change it to get 8K gotcha. Minus the 300 pull you need, dude. The 300 pull you need, but the average of getting a 6-star in that game is like 50 pulls, right? Up to 50 pulls, so that's not bad. Minus the having to pull 300 to guarantee a character, though. But yeah, so basically, right? The new gacha is currently having people struggle with getting characters, right? There is cashback, right? Every milestone of the amount of pulls you do get 10 pulls each milestone. So basically, by the time you reach 180 pulls, you have gone 40 pulls back. But the pulls are only limited to that one banner, so you have to use them. During the 2 banners, right? So. But even if the cashback system is there, players could very well just like pull up to 300. Anyway, so.
闇の中で起きる犯罪なら私が知らないものはないわ。
Yeah, I'm still playing it, but the thing is that if they do end up adding the new gacha, right, the new gacha system, I'm gonna have to like skip every pickup banner, right? Because because you know how they always put 2 characters, right? They always put like 2 characters every update. So basically, it'll be like 2 new characters and then some reruns. Currently, there are 6 banners up right now. 2 new banners and then 6 reruns, right? Currently, right, and during limited banners, there are 4 limited banners for Fest, right? For Fest banners, it's like pretty much you'd have to like guarantee get enough pulls to guarantee all 4 in the worst case scenario. So how often are reruns? Oh, reruns happen every patch, every banner. Reruns happen every banner. I'm not kidding. Reruns happen every banner. But yeah, they're all like standard characters, so they all get added to standard, right? But still, picking up like characters, it's gonna be pretty hard. Oh, of course, it's the good. Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to pull on any like standard banners though. Because usually, sometimes, right, I pull if I feel like it. I pull about up to 100. Since I'd have the currency saved up, so about like up to 100. Then I'd sometimes get the character, sometimes I don't, and if I don't, then that's fine. I just like move on to the next banner. Then when Fest banner arrives, that's usually where people like spend all their pulls. So yeah, during Fest banners, pretty much like everyone's gonna like just skip all the previous banners and then just pull on the Fest banners. And Fest banners is gonna be a pain because people have to save up to like well, with the cashback, I guess up to, what is it called, to get so wait, if it is 320, so I guess 640, I guess 640 pulls, I guess, to guarantee all 4 banners. Whereas I think it'd be like a lot less if you were to if with the old system though.
先ほども言った通り、私は宝石を見つけてくれたお礼をしたいだけよ。だからあなたたちにアネスに関する情報をあげましょう。どうかしら。
think that they might consider on rolling back on the gacha change, because I'm pretty sure JP isn't spending as much as they thought they would, to be honest. Take it out, Dogma. Okay, no problem. If the gust fog lifted, the view stretches wide and clear, yet deep shadow falls across Arabelle's eyes. As the gaze beneath that shadow flashes with an unsettling brilliance, Hilda shrinks back.
気をつけて、艦長。あいつ嫌な感じがする。別に断ってもらっても構わないわ。それで困るのはあなたたちの方だしね。ただブラックスピカの団長に直接会えるのは今だけよ。
Nightmare ongoing. Ooh, okay. I think that's it. Oh, yep, there's the there's the epilogue. Okay.
星の祝福を授かった始祖がいた。
But honestly, like, who's honestly gonna really like pay for up to 100 more pulls if they when up to 100 more pulls for 50-50 though? Because if a person were to get like a character between like 100 and 200, right, then they just like fill in the rest with their own pulls. I mean, like, they'd have to pay more to get the other banner character, to be honest.
珍しい外見と特別な能力を持っていたかの者たちは、それぞれ固有の特質を子孫に残した。星を一つの大地に、始祖を原初の種に例えるなら、現在は無数の花や果実が大地を豊かにしていると言えよう。この時代の花と果実。それを我々は
True, but there's a reason
ステラ
games
ファミリアと呼ぶ。
will pay money for anything and everything. Yeah, but at the same time, I saw people posts about their polls and they're all very mad. On JP's side, right? Like, a lot of them had to pull up to over 300 to get 2 characters. One person pulled a character between like 100 and 200, had their points reset, had to pull another up to 150 or some, 170. It's more powerful than the bulk minority, yeah. But yeah, they're very JP side is like very not happy with the changes. Because usually, right, they'd have to when they get a character between about like say 160, all they have to do is just put in 40 more rolls and then they get the other second banner character. But now when points reset, they'll have to like pull up another 100. So yeah, currently JP is currently very mad about the gacha changes from what I've seen so far.
Do? 答えになったかしら。ステラファミリアに関する質問はね。
How about HBR changes still stayed? Yeah. In fact, you know, before the change was actually implemented, right? People on JP's side were like putting out graphs and stuff, and were putting out graphs and stuff which made no sense in what they were trying to prove. Because their graphs would pretty much mostly be for if the game released like one banner every update, but the game releases multiple banners every update, right? Dr. Gadred. So yeah.
ブラックスピカ。
In fact, someone on JP's side pretty much like disproven all their graphs and stuff. I believe so.
始祖のことを知ってなお、軌道から逸脱した理由があるはず。特質とはすなわち天性。生まれながらに悪性を持つ者たちに与えられる名前がブラックスピカ。みたいな答えを期待してたのなら悪いけれど、理由なんてないわ。それは あなたも同じ
Seen
で
a
は
new
なく
Halo? Oh, I've seen a new Halo, right? I don't know. I've played Combat Evolved before, right? Can't get over new gun sounds. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It could be just like the remake just doesn't hit as the original does, right? It just doesn't like really hit me. Like the old Combat Evolved did. Prefer the Annie version, yeah.
最初は失った記憶の代わりに
I don't know,
記
I'm
憶
like
を
always
失
skeptical
うし
over
か
like
なかっ
remakes,
た
right?
理由を知った
じゃあファースト連続殺人の理由は？
殺人じゃない還元だよ帝国という軌道にとらわれたままじゃ真実を見ることはできない
Yeah, cool, but this one was
私
not
が
needed,
チャン
yeah.
スを与えた
I kind of like playing Combat
連
Evolved
中は
on
い
the
つも最後まで
original.
無知だった
But they do two next, yeah. But they do two next probably.
悟る
Honestly,
意志の
probably.
ないものは空っぽの殻に過ぎないファーストが花と果実なら私たちを芽吹かせた種はカオスのコアファーストとカオスのコアが融合すれば最も純粋な原初の姿に戻るテラシオンではそれを
プリモニウムと名付
やっ
だから私のところに来たのでしょ？あなたは知らないかもしれないけれど、ブラックスピカの団長はそう簡単に姿を見せたりしないの。私が直接関わる依頼は事の重大性や依頼の報酬とは全く関係ない。そう私が心から望むものは全てを知り尽くし剥製のように空っぽになったこの体を満たしてくれる欲望よ。
いかにも不純な理由だね
Hold on. And
欲望を不純なものにするのは道徳よ。帝国という軌道からすれば不純で不穏なのはお互い様です。
目的は違う
目標は同じよ。万華鏡の不可情。そこであなたが求めていた純粋な力が手に入るわ。そして私は
君の欲望には興味ない
その対象がファーストでもかしら。
決めるのは私だよ
大丈夫よ。それでも欲しいものは得られるから。必要なものはリキニアに手配させるわ。時が来たら持って行って。
It's almost been 4 hours. I've been at this for almost 4 hours. Do I even have enough time to stream more Arkham Asylum?
ファーストは
私は
帝国の軌道から外れ原初の混沌に帰らなければならない
あなたという存在を介して欲望に身を委ねてみたいわ。
Nightmare's ongoing. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so that's done. Whoop. There we go. Challenge. Alright, I guess what we'll switch games now. I guess we'll play for a few hours on Arkham Asylum, right? Because I do want to get through that game. That game's pretty long from what I remember. I do want to play more of that. So yeah, anyway, I'll be right back. I just gotta go cut out the stream and set up the titles and the game for when I do. For when I open up Arkham Asylum. So give me a few minutes and I'll get ready to do the other game. So be right back.